Yeah, I mean, you could honestly. I like the mixture of both. I like my barber to hit me with the T outline. I like my barber to hit me with the T outliner first, and then the razor after.
Then the straight razor, yeah.
But my man's usually your mustache is all the way.
Yeah, I don't know how the fuck it's looking right now.
It's usually flipped up.
Is it not flipped up? I had it flipped up before, but like, it just falls down sometimes.
It's a little hot here too.
It's like
live now.
It's like half Daniel Day-Lewis. You know what I'm saying? Half Daniel Day-Lewis.
Honestly, sometimes I like to just freestyle without the headphones. You know.
I like the headphones though.
Oh, you know what? Because your voice sounds so good in them. That's why. Pause.
Thank you. Oh man.
That's why you a good rapper, because you have you got a very prominent voice. You feel me?
And so I don't understand why you used to scream so much.
What you mean?
Like I just ah!
I feel like you still kind of do that a little bit.
Yeah, when I'm laughing and drunk.
Let's get drunk, bro.
Let's get drunk.
This is my first time drinking on the podcast.
Fuck yeah.
I'm definitely do that.
I saw Don Julio come in. I'm like, oh, let's fucking go.
Honestly, this is from like last week. Like this is like last week, Don Julio.
Yeah.
No, this is once I finish this, I'm gonna have that.
All right, man. All right. Let's cheers to kicking Adam off, dethroning Adam, and replacing him with Justin Whang. Let's go.
Yeah. Yes. Cheers.
Have you seen his YouTube videos before?
No, I gotta check him out.
He is what I like to call like investigative YouTube.
Investigative. Sometimes it's investigative.
Okay.
Sometimes it's just reporting on weird shit that fucking happened. Like taking all the gross old internet shit, compiling all the aspects of a story and throwing it out. Like
you did a 2 Girls 1 Cup video, didn't you?
Yeah.
That's one of my favorite ones.
Yeah, history of 2 girls, 1 cup. Actually, there's some stuff I left out of that video, but basically, 2 girls, 1 cup. It goes back to this Brazilian porn company.
Yeah. Are you familiar with 2 Girls 1 Cup?
Of course.
Obviously, right?
Yeah,
The shitting in the cup.
Okay, go ahead.
Poop in the cup.
No. But so during the course of that investigation, I had found what I believed to be the director of the original. I think it was like a 40-minute porn film. I think I found his Facebook page, and I think on top of him being the 2 Girls 1 Cup guy, based on one of the pictures I saw, I think he's a furry too on top of that.
So
he had a whole ass fursuit in one of the pictures, if it is the same guy.
So he's just a big fetish guy.
Yeah, he just fucking loves it all. A lot of these guys are like that though.
See, but can I be honest? You really shattered the image that I had of 2 Girls 1 Cup, because I never knew that it was like chocolate ice cream or whatever the fuck.
Yeah, like,
I thought it was real shit.
I want it to be poop forever.
That's what I'm saying.
It's been so long, like, I forget the little details of it. Although most recently, one of the ones I did that definitely was real shit.
Whoa.
We're starting this fucking podcast off with a fuking bang.
We got to start it off with the shit stories always.
Yeah, always the shit stories. There's this guy, Messy Tails, who he was...
that name.
Yeah, you can already have some idea where it's going based on it. Messy Tails, a.k.a. the brown nose pup.
Oh, my God.
He was this dude on Twitter that was a furry, and... for years, he's talking about how much he wants to like be able to eat shit and get his own apartment so he can roll around and shit.
What? Well, he was like living at his mom's house with a shit fetish.
It had to be like living in his mom's house or something, because he was always ranting about how he really needs to get his own place so he can be on his own. It could be roommates, but at some point he goes away for a while, comes back and starts posting these pictures like shit mixed with fucking oatmeal and whatnot. And he's using it as lube. He buys this fucking dog dick dildo that he's fucking himself with, rubbing it in shit, eating the shit off the dildo.
Wait,
Oh my God.
You walked in at the best fucking time.
I feel like it's fucked up for me to ask what you're talking about, being that I should have been here and not urinating and getting my hair cut. But what the fuck are you talking about?
Talking about Messy Tails, the brown nose pup.
You did a video about this?
Yeah.
I gotta
actually
get involved.
2 videos.
I don't know about that one.
2 videos, because after I did my first video on it, a bunch of people came out of the woodwork that were involved in it, and there were basically there was this guy, and he had a whole Twitter account about eating his own shit and buying a fursuit. He had even bought like this little dog plushie,
right?
That he shoved its face in the baggie he had of shit oatmeal mixed. Yeah, and that was his whole fucking thing. But then towards the end of the account, he talks about how people are like trying to put him in therapy, but he's gonna get himself so addicted to eating shit that they'll never be able to fix him. But around that time, is his last tweets, some guy responds that, "Oh, I knew him in real life, and I saw his obituary, and he died."
Oh my God.
Yeah.
You think it was like a shit infection?
Well, He shit himself to death.
Yeah. Or that was as the legend goes.
Fucking hate you.
But then I'm searching through it, and I'm like, I'm looking through the account in a certain way. And I'm like, wait a second. I think I know who posted this, because, like, the account that said he died, that account, it was suspended. But I kind of figured out who I thought it was. Contacted the guy after I uploaded the video. Like, he didn't respond, so I wasn't able to put it in the first one. But then he responds. He's like, "Yeah, I kind of was just fucking around. I don't know the guy." So that was bullshit.
God.
Then there was another guy who said afterwards that he was claiming to be the original Messy Tales locked out of his account, and it was just he was actually a fan of the fucking channel, which it figures. And he's like, "Dude, I didn't mean to trick so many people." But
The legend of
I
Messy
am.
Tales is to be continued.
Is he alive?
We don't know.
We don't know.
He could be
Wow.
dead. He could be.
He's like
He
you
could be eating
dig.
shit in space right now.
He's like you dig. He could be like eating shit in
Foot Locker.
Yeah, well, yeah, that's how I ended the video. Like, he could be sitting next to you right now. You wouldn't know.
Wow.
It's him.
Yeah.
He's Messy Tales.
I mean, if you ask me, I think that the heart and soul of the internet is shit porn. And,
yeah,
you know, like that's like what it was invented for. That's really like everything since then has been downhill. I know myself personally, the
That's what it was
first thing I ever
invented
saw
for.
on the internet was shit porn.
Which was
Like,
what?
the very
how
first
many,
thing. Like,
how
you
many?
just-
First thing.
How many other shit
How?
porns have you seen besides Two Girls One Cup? That's the only shit related porn that's ever
First thing I
crossed.
ever saw on the internet was 1997. I'm at my friend's house.
The internet existed in 1997.
Shocking, I know. It might even been 96, honestly. I think I was 12, and a friend of mine had the internet, and I'd heard about the internet, and I understood that it was pretty cool.
It's such a crazy concept.
But I hadn't really, like, got on yet. Like, I didn't really, like, go out of my way to get on yet. And he tells me there's tons of porn on here. And I don't know if he already knew about this website or if we just guessed, because even at that time, you could kind of just guess a URL, like type in, like, you know, I guarantee that like sex.com was
Yeah.
getting like 5 million people per day just because people thought, oh, that's what it was like before
Yeah.
Google. So it's not like, oh, I'm going to go type sex into Google. It's like, no,
That
you
wasn't
would,
like Yahoo or
if you wanted to
Ask Jeeves?
watch anal sex, you would go to like analsex.com and just hope that it worked out. And then it'd be a couple dudes pounding each other out.
Oh,
A lot of them were wrong, though. Like, one of
Yeah.
my favorites from around that same time, Zelda.com. Zelda.com, you would think you would get, you know, The Legend of Zelda or something.
Right.
But no, it was just straight up a fucking porn site.
Right.
That
That's fine.
undoubtedly nothing but kids went to looking for Zelda.
Yeah, of course.
Yeah, definitely. Did you watch that QAnon series that was on Hulu?
Oh, I didn't watch that yet. I
Well,
heard it's mad good, though.
There's the dude who owns 8chan also used to own, I think, Pokemon.com. And it was like, he's not gay, apparently, allegedly. But
Allegedly.
He made a fucking website that was like,
Just like you.
a Pokemon-themed gay porn site just because he thought it was such a great idea. And then
Yeah, I mean, that's
the
kind of shit you just do 'cause it's funny.
But the Pokemon company, imagine like hiring a shitload of gay porn actors and shit,
Pokemon!
like running this whole business just to own, just to make money
wait,
and
it was-
own the Pokemon company. But then the Pokemon company bought it off him because they didn't want it out there.
Yo, there's actually a video I'm working on right now that's kind of like that. So, do you know Super Hornio Brothers?
What the fuck is this?
you guys know what you were getting into.
Hey, y'all niggas
Pokemon!
He just
Gotta
left,
fuck 'em
he
all!
never left Compton and had never been on the internet until 6 months ago. So
Oh,
keep in
man,
mind, a lot of this is very
No, that, I don't.
shocking.
I don't search messy
Yo,
tales and
Housephone,
shit like
Housephone,
that.
Do you want to show off the girl that you're with by any chance?
I don't know if she wants to be on camera necessarily.
I wouldn't blame her being associated with you. She probably got to keep Trey Songz happy at home or something.
Yo.
Oh my god, leave the homie out of
why
it.
you always love to put Trey Songz into everything? He's gonna have a serious problem with you one day.
I don't care. What are we gonna do? A versus battle? I don't know. Fuck it. You gonna pray for me in the club? Anyway, what are you saying?
Oh, yeah, Super
something
Hornio
about gay
Brothers.
sex. Yeah.
Yeah,
Super
yeah.
horny-o brothers.
Super Hornio Brothers. So there is this old porn movie starring Ron Jeremy, where it was
The GOAT, by the way.
obviously, yeah, of course.
Who invented
My,
fucking a girl like this? Did you
That's
know
cap.
that?
Oh, is that
That's
I
cap.
didn't know
That's
that.
cap.
He invented
Yeah.
that.
He went
Listen,
to.
when you got a lot of ass, pause.
That's
wait,
what I'm saying. And a lot of times, when
Oh,
we
you know
fucking
what though? I get it because you get like
like,
the.
this feels stupid.
Wait a
This
minute,
is
you
like
were too
perfect.
close to me. You-
I'm just saying, he allegedly invented this, and I use it all the time.
Allegedly.
Yeah, because like you hold it like this, you don't really have like the good like grip on it, but then you go like that, and then you're kind of locking yourself in.
It makes your
So
arms
it keeps
shorter.
it nice and tight.
Kind of pulls the ass down into you. It sort of like just automates the whole process.
I'm gonna start
Anyway.
doing that. Yeah, that
Ron
sounds
Jeremy.
good.
We gotta get him on here.
But, yeah.
Man, he's locked up, right?
Ain't he
Is
in
he
jail
locked
for
up?
some bad shit?
You know,
Yeah,
it's
it's like a serial rapist or some shit.
Okay, why do I have one?
Yeah.
God damn it.
Fine. What
Oh yeah. So Super Hornio Brothers. It was. you can't even like just say the name without someone fucking cracking up.
It's important,
It's
yeah.
a bad funny name,
Yeah.
which is key in like good ass fucking porn parody.
Right.
But Super Hornio Brothers, it was actually supposed to be just one very long passion project for this porn director. Like he fucking loved Mario Brothers. And he just made a whole detailed script about it. Wound up getting cut into 2 porn films starring Ron Jeremy as Mario, obviously. But it was lost for mad fucking long. Apparently, Nintendo wound up buying the rights to it so that nobody would be able to release it legally. So technically, like the Pokemon Company owning that fucking Pokemon porn website, Nintendo owns the Super Mario porn movie starring Ron Jeremy.
But yo, I feel like Nintendo's kind of tripping because like I know girls personally who've done porn about all kinds of different cartoon series and shit.
Oh, yeah.
And do you honestly think that those parody porns existing affects The Simpsons or Family Guy or what? Like, do you think that anyone when they think about Family Guy thinks like, well, there was a parody porn that came out about it fucking 10 years ago. That's a thing. No, nobody gives a shit, right?
Yeah. Nobody reasonably, but like Nintendo is always weird about these things in general.
Yeah.
Like even like fan games, they shut down all
They're
the fucking
very protective
time.
of the IP, yeah.
They've gone after people for just drawing fan art at times.
Right.
Like they're fucking crazy with their
Right, okay,
copyrights.
are you ready? $1 million idea. You ready?
This will be something stupid. Go
No,
ahead.
it's not. OnlyFans, but it's like Bloods and Crip themed.
But what? Huh?
Like
So you like would like get like a random blood to fuck a random like I don't know. It would just probably just be like people having sex with different colored rags on. But if you like marketed
I get
it
what you're saying.
appropriately,
you mean like an account or like a whole ass website?
I think a whole OnlyFans account, and you could basically
Like instead of reviews from the streets,
yes,
you
you could be Hugh Hefner of it.
street fucks.
Because you could
Reviews
put
from the
together
street.
funny ass intros to the videos and shit of like weird like link ups on the corner and stuff, and like people pretend like whatever. Like you could get various legendary gang members to just be fucking girls on camera for you or whatever. I'm just saying it's $1 million idea. 'cause
Mind blown.
There's some things like we all know you can make a ton of money off OnlyFans, and we also know that if you make a video about gang shit on YouTube, you will get like 5 billion views for some reason.
Will
This is
you
just-
really?
Oh, it's so
I didn't know
yeah.
about the
huge.
gang meta.
Yeah,
gang
gang
views.
culture YouTube is crazy.
Easiest way to get 1 million views is to put like so and so from such and such gang pulls up on. It's like it's super consistent. So that is my gift for you, and somebody else is going to do it out there before you do it. But
What if
trying to like drop the gang moniker,
yeah, right?
trying to be a
He's an
normal
entertainer.
citizen. I mean,
it's a good
entertainer.
idea for me too. I just don't. I don't want the baggage that would come with that at all.
Just keep a Blu-ray.
Yeah, I feel like that's going to be the barrier to entry for a lot of people.
Yeah.
Not wanting to like get killed or
You
something.
will get killed
Yeah.
for sure. Yeah.
But
I mean,
at least while you're alive, you had a lot of money.
But
Clout-
if you want to do it,
yeah, I was gonna say like clout might be worth it. You know, like once a rapper passes away, their streams shoot up.
But what happens to them? They're dead.
But then you could be in heaven, like, damn, I'm going up.
You're like fucking, you're dead with people, and you're like, yo, see that
Hey, like,
fucking,
yo, you see
that rich ass corpse down there? That's
Yo,
me.
but what if like your kid needs like a surgery and you don't have money, so you fucking fake your own death so your streams go
Tupac.
up, and then you just return.
Tupac is in Barbados.
People can't believe the story, so your streams go up again. All of a sudden, your kid's fine.
I'm gonna bust a John Q. I'm gonna have people hostage. The movie John Q. Denzel Washington. I'm gonna have people
yeah.
hostage in a goddamn
in the
hospital place.
hospital.
Yeah,
Honestly, that was a great. You should reenact that movie.
I should.
That's what happens in that movie.
Yeah, so
a
basically,
great
his kid needs heart surgery, and
they're
they
like-
don't have the money to pay for
They're
it.
like, you fucking
so,
nigger,
yeah.
you're not allowed to get the heart surgery.
It's
for
not.
Your kid.
It's not like that. They basically said you don't have health coverage.
Yeah,
your-
that's what they said.
Basically, your son's gonna die. So what
They
he
looked
does
him in the eye and called
is
him an N-word.
No, they didn't. He fucking holds up the hospital and he has hostages. And they're like scared at first, but they all tend to find out
Then
like,
they're like, "Oh, he
okay, they're
kidnapped
doing
us
this
for
his
a
son.
good reason."
And he
Yeah.
makes them perform the surgery on his son, and then just like turns himself in.
Wow, that's kind of fun.
Very powerful.
Because, well, you know what's interesting about you saying like you obsessively trying to convince us that the N-word was a part of that movie. I just watched Hotel Rwanda, Which
Another one off the list.
amazing movie. Have you seen it?
I've not
Oh
seen it, no.
my
We put together a
god!
list of like black movies for Adam.
Oh,
to
you made
watch.
like the list of black movies?
That
Oh.
definitely wasn't one I told him to watch.
That was that one.
But that's an honorary mention though.
It's pretty far removed from like the standard like hood gangster
Yeah,
no,
experience.
but it's still a black movie though.
for sure.
But
yeah.
you can understand our people way more. You know what I'm saying? Looking at shit like that, like unless you watch that movie, you wouldn't know that that's going on out there.
Yo,
Like, it's very
I
bad.
actually watched a bunch of shit about Rwanda afterwards to be
Yeah.
like, where do they go after that? And it's
Shout
like
out to Don Cheadle, man, one of the fucking best actors of all
the
time.
main theme is that like the Rwandan people are very, very proud of how far their country has come since then. But I would just love to know more about like how do you fucking bring the tribes together after that kind of bloodshed? Because there's so many people that just live side by side with people who literally killed such and such's husband, like 15, 20 years
how
ago,
do you
bro.
think AD feels living next to Trey Songz, who's an enemy of his in the gang world?
Weird example, but no, I mean that
I'm
is-
sorry,
No,
that was
but if you
terrible.
think about it, that is like we all just think like, oh, there's gangs in LA that are never gonna get along.
Yeah.
I mean, whatever the gangs have been through, it ain't as bad as the fucking
As
Rwanda
Rwanda, no.
genocide. Like fucking almost 1 million people killed in like a month.
Holy shit.
Yo,
Yeah.
and mostly with machetes. It's fucked.
That
but
movie's
anyway,
crazy.
I think there's only one N-bomb in the whole movie, and it's
In
at
Hotel Rwanda?
Yeah, and it's.
I love that you were like counting.
No, I just noticed that because there's like a UN guy, there's only a handful of like white people in the movie that are like from the UN, and they're sort of like sent there to try to keep the peace, but it's just
Undisputed niggas?
They're no like United Nations, you piece of shit. But then it's like so obvious that they're just not gonna do anything, and like the dude tells the main character like basically at one point like, "There's no hope coming to them. You're a," and he just drops the N-word, and it's like pretty fucking crazy because. There's only one time you hear it in the movie, but it really kind of sums up the whole. Because that's the
resonates.
crazy thing about when you're watching it is like, the USA did not send people to try to fix this problem. Like they just fucking let it happen. But I mean, the question of what would have happened if 20,000 troops showed up in Rwanda during that
Could have
is
made it worse.
A whole nother question because I don't know if what
Yeah.
the fuck would have happened. How would they ever leave? When you look at the Middle East and shit. I mean,
We'd probably still be out there if that was the case.
For
'Cause,
sure, which
we
is
love
scary.
our forever wars.
yeah, just like the U.S. military just being out there for 20 years would probably be pretty rough too. Yeah.
They don't have oil there though.
Honestly,
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
Boom. There's nothing for them there.
you know
yeah.
what's one of the roughest things that that's my homie. You know what's one of the roughest things I've ever experienced? I gave Yuri my weed and a backwood to roll up, and then he just never came back.
Yeah, he's a
was-
fucking pothead, dude. He loves that shit. Oh, here he comes.
Oh, they're literally speaking of the devil.
Yeah, he wasn't gonna bring it unless you
Speaking
said
of the
something.
devil.
Thank you, Yuri.
you,
What a
Yuri.
great guy.
Can you please wait to smoke that until we at least have like
My
a
bad.
good
I got you,
chunk
I
of the
got you.
pod
My bad,
out
my
the
bad.
way because we
I'm not AD,
we
bro.
become very different.
Snitch.
I'm not AD.
Yo, you know what's funny? The last time, like
Allegedly.
you had briefly mentioned the last time I was on here, you like asked about me smoking weed. I was kind of like, I'm kind of a lightweight. So the last time I was on here, I realized I had done an edible that morning. And at some points, like you know how you have like during the live shows, like you at that time you had like all the chat on the screen. I'm like at some point I'm sitting there, I kind of like check out mentally for a little bit. Like you guys are like, having a conversation about something like I didn't know shit about, and then I'm staring at the chat for a bit, and then I'm like, oh shit, I'm like still a little high.
You like, damn, I'm in
I'm
this
like,
bitch.
yeah, that was like probably like the biggest like deer in headlights moment I've ever had on a fucking
'cause
podcast or anything.
It would be so nice for us to have the chat there for us to be able to look at it and stuff, but it deters the conversation so much because people just inevitably be like,
yeah, like you just start staring at it, picking off things. that,
yeah,
like,
it's
people
hard
are
to
saying
ignore
and shit.
when everything you say there's like an immediate response from hundreds and hundreds of people feeling the need to
It's
talk.
already hard enough to me staring at these fucking beauties across the table from me, you know?
That's 2 for 2 today.
Yeah, you're really
I'm
on some gay
blushing.
shit today, huh?
Yo,
so you
relax.
want to fuck Justin?
Yo, relax.
Stop Asian hate, fucking asshole.
Yo,
Are you even
seriously,
Asian?
What the fuck?
Yeah.
I'm about to say, who's Justin?
Well, your last name is Whang, but I thought it was
Dude,
like a
I
big
actually
joke.
so YouTube has these things where you fill out the surveys. Like they have like old like the little like racial like we'll give you like a special thing for certain races. So I just for the shits of it, I filled out the Asian one. I'm like, hell yeah, I'm gonna be like YouTube's Asian representation with my videos about shit and obscure porn videos and whatnot.
That would be so good if you got like a grant from YouTube.
Oh
for,
my
like,
God,
an Asian
yo.
empowerment grant, and then you use it all to just make videos about shit porn.
Yeah, messy tales.
I mean, not for nothing. Though, I do think someone who works there likes me because there's no way that like
Your
I get
videos are
videos
monetized. Yeah.
exactly like
Yeah.
my video. Most of my videos, except for random weird ones, are monetized. So I'm like, someone's got to be like putting their finger on the button.
You know, I wish I had your
Literally.
I
Finger
wish
on
I
the
had
button.
your subscribers because I feel like whenever we do anything sus or gay or like weird for the titles or whatever, that people don't really.
It's because you got a like rap fan base.
I know, and they're all fucking homophobes, and not
Except
even
for like the like.
I mean, it's not like I have like the super gay.
But
channel.
they want to watch
Yo,
videos about shit
yo,
porn. I feel like if
yeah,
I did a video
like-
about shit porn, it's not going anywhere.
I mean, the appeal is the shit, not guys getting fucked in the ass.
That to me is the logical extension of your
I
channel.
love-
If I were you, I would
Yeah.
actually like just start like pick an iconic gay porn series, watch the whole thing, and then report on it like it's
Oh my
high
God.
You should
art.
have
Don't do
AD.
it.
Yo,
You should have
See, homophobic. Typical rap fan, homophobe.
No,
not into
listen.
gay porn. That's homophobic.
Well,
you need to
oh
watch,
well.
familiarize yourself with the history of homosexual
Get your
cinematography.
fucking finger out my face.
Pause.
and out of my eyes.
it's not
Into
enough to be.
my ass.
It's not enough to be okay with it. You have to actively watch it.
Yes, I would love that if you just treated it like
Why did
high
we
art.
start this here and then
Yeah.
it came back to
This is out of pocket.
It's all about gay porn. That's one thing I've
Adam,
learned in
take
life.
one shot, bro.
No,
you
Did
just got a haircut.
Didn't you take one with
You
like
gotta be
Johnny
like the
Blaze or
Fonz.
somebody?
Johnny Blaze.
Did you take a shot with her?
No,
You took a shot with some girl in here recently, and I was kind of mad.
it was.
Was it Eliza?
Well, I got drunk with the blackout girls.
That's what I'm saying, bro. Take one shot.
No,
When have you ever seen me drink?
I was around a bunch of fun girls. I was trying to get on their level. I don't want to be fucking sitting around taking shots with a bunch of dudes.
Why not?
Homophobic.
That's gay.
Oh, there he got you.
See?
He got you.
Homophobic.
See?
Yeah.
Anyway, where were
Wait,
we?
is that like a rule? Like you don't take shots on the podcast?
He took a shot. He
don't
took a
like
shot at me for my
drinking.
birthday. That was
I don't like
different.
drinking.
It's my birthday. I don't take
okay.
a shot.
I mean, I don't like.
I know your
despise
birthday.
it, but I definitely
do you
don't
know?
like it.
Famousbirthdays.com. When you went missing.
You're on there.
You got me fucked up.
What?
I've been on there.
I don't know if I'm on there.
You are on there.
I guess I would
If
assume.
I'm on there, you're on
I
there.
feel like it's like Wikipedia. Like everybody just ends up on there at a certain point.
They lied about something though, about where I was born or something. I was like, I wasn't born there.
I feel so weird when I see people promoting their famousbirthdays.com profile, and I'm like, you
That's
really?
how you know you lit.
Yeah,
bro.
that shit's like.
You're trying to get more attention for your birthday? That's
yeah.
weird to
I
me.
hate people knowing my fucking birthday because
I don't
all
like
that means is I get a bunch of notifications that I don't want to respond to.
Yeah, and I don't like
So you
calling.
don't appreciate people loving your existence on the earth?
I don't like calling attention to it because then I start thinking about who didn't wish me a happy birthday, and that sort of starts making me get like weird. Like, oh, is he not feeling me? Like he didn't even like this post. Maybe he just wasn't on Instagram that day because I miss my friends' birthdays religiously, and I
Yeah.
find out like a week later.
It's
Like,
all because like honestly, there's a lot of people that I would have never told them happy birthday if it wasn't for Instagram.
hell no.
You feel
How would
me?
you know that? A date,
don't
a
know.
random date?
They got my shit wrong on the internet too. So every November, people tell me happy birthday.
I thought your birthday was not in November. See,
It's
Remember,
not
Cam
November.
Girl used to lie about her birthday all the time or
bro,
some shit.
Cam girl used to tell us like every other week that it was her birthday.
Yeah, but I feel like people like mistakenly wished her birthday a few times. Happy
All
birthday
the
a few
time,
times.
like literally like a couple times throughout the year.
Yeah, she's just getting all this free public publicity for no reason.
I kind of fuck with that, honestly.
That means that she said it at one time, and then whoever saw it that time remembered it and held on to it for a fucking year. And I was like, oh, now's my time. I'm gonna say happy birthday to her.
Yeah, I wonder if I had
That's
three birthdays a year, how long it would take for people to notice. Just be getting mad presents.
I like to think of you as a vampire.
What is that?
You just don't have no birthday. You just here.
Yeah,
Why
you
would a
just-
vampire not have a birthday?
They just here.
No, vampires
are
have
born.
birthdays.
Not
That's
if you're
your
born
opinion.
a vampire.
You said what? You said not a porn vampire?
No, I said not if you're born a vampire, but then you'll be born, so you have a birthday.
I mean, I feel like you just did the
Exactly.
thing where you just said something that makes absolutely no sense, and I tried to actually ask you, like, treat it as if it was a real thing, and you were like, I think you're a vampire. Like, it doesn't, I mean, I'm just trying
Who's
to,
David Dobrik?
I think we need to, like, press AD to make sense sometimes.
I make a lot of sense, nigga.
Well, why, but you think vampires don't have birthdays? Vampires are just regular people at some
Well,
point.
I say one joke and it's bad
wait,
to you,
Cardi-
but you'll say a bad joke, and I'll just be laughing along with you.
I just want you
I
to
don't
at
call
least
you
be
out when
able
you
to
say bad
explain
jokes.
how that makes any kind of sense.
Well, it was supposed to be funny, and then you made me think about it.
Well,
Now it's not funny no
listen,
more.
You gotta think about it like this: Playboy Cardi has a birthday.
Allegedly.
He's a vampire.
He's on famousbirthdays.com probably. So
Exactly.
I guess he does, yeah.
So he's the #1 vampire.
Do you know anything about Playboy Cardi?
Not really, no.
Really?
There's not much to know.
He's a vampire.
He's a gay vampire, according to you.
Oh, this is fucked
You
up.
started that rumor.
I did not. That was like already like I gotta come clean. I can't take hold of that joke. It was already like an internet.
It was already
thing.
out there on the Reddits and such.
Yeah, I'm so deep into the Playboy Cardi fandom that I just like I found it early enough to where you guys think that I started it.
You know, I was telling him earlier because he's in a metal band.
Oh, me too. I'm in this band called Megadeth.
No, you're
Oh,
not.
hell yeah.
Meredith.
Love Megadeth. You're my favorite member of it.
I was saying, like, isn't it crazy when you think about the history of metal bands that there's never been like a gun-toting, like smoking blunts on stage metal band, like the stuff that works so easily for every rapper, not every rapper, but a million rappers got guns and drugs and blunts in their videos.
I mean, King 810 had guns.
Just guns, though. I
Yeah.
feel like you need to have the
Guns on
I
stage.
don't remember if they have blunts or
You
not,
need
but-
blunts with the guns, or it doesn't count. I feel like if you just have guns, you're gonna look like a cop.
AD doesn't really smoke weed and he has guns. Is AD a cop?
Yeah, he's a lean head.
What?
No, I'm not. See, look, you just did one right now.
Yeah.
Please explain. Make it make sense.
I was trying to
Make
force
it
you to
make
defend
sense.
that you're not a lean
Hey,
head.
that's what. No. All right.
You trying to put drug use onto you trying to stereotype a black man into
Yes, I am. Yes, I am.
I didn't even finish.
This lean head. I already know where you're going with that.
Yes, I am.
Yes, I am.
Yes, I am.
Anyway,
God.
okay, so here's a question. Anybody got anything interesting that happened to them this weekend?
I went to Phoenix
Why?
just
To join
turn
the
up.
Suns?
To join the Suns.
And get a fucking group blowjob from Eliza?
Yeah, I was gonna
No,
say.
no.
I was gonna say.
I have never touched Eliza.
She recently clarified that it was 10 guys, not 7.
What?
The girl that we had on the podcast that went extremely viral for talking about sucking off 7 basketball players in a row.
Oh, I remember that clip.
She just said that. She showed me a text with someone where they said, you know, it was actually 10 guys, right?
She's legendary.
Once you get past like 3 or 4, what does it fucking matter?
You're just
anymore?
drowning in
Then
cum at that
the
point,
point
you
is
know?
just
Have you guys ever been in a group sex setting with that many people?
Not 10. No.
What's your largest number?
I mean, I think I fucked like, 4 girls.
And just you?
Yeah.
So it's 5 of you guys? Okay,
It's
what
not
about you,
even
AD?
close.
AD gives me train vibes. Like he like
I've been.
train,
I've.
no train vibes. Like him and the homies are running trains for sure. Back in the day.
I've done some things. I've been in
I'm
a
not
lot
big
of group
train-
settings.
I'm a little more intimate. I'm a little more one-on-one. I'm not really like.
Have you heard of hedonism before?
Huh?
Yeah, have you heard of that before?
No.
I've been to that in Jamaica.
What the fuck is that?
Hedonism too.
And you.
I thought you meant like the very concept.
Yeah,
of
I know. I did
hedonism.
it first
No,
too,
it's
and
a,
I was
it's
like,
a
what?
no, it's a hotel called Hedonism 2 in Jamaica, where everybody
sounds-
just gets butt naked and fucking
That
shit.
sounds sweaty and nasty.
That sounds.
You were butt naked walking around?
No, I wasn't butt naked walking around.
You have boxers on?
I didn't have my regular shit on.
I went to a
People was mad though. They was like, "Why does he get to keep his clothes on?"
Yeah.
When I was 19, I went to a nude beach, and me and the homies are all walking around in France. And at one point, we're just walking, and we realized as we start to get like near this like area where there's some trees, we start to realize, oh shit, it's all dudes in this
Yeah.
area.
There's no like.
And they
hot-
definitely gay as fuck, and we're like walking through the fucking gay
Naked.
area butt naked.
Did
We
they
had
like
the
what they saw?
vamoose. I didn't
What
really
an
get
origin
any
story.
reviews. I'm glad I didn't understand French because they probably would have been objectifying
They
me.
said, "Wee wee."
Wee wee.
And I wouldn't know if they were just saying yes or if they were pointing out my wee wee. Yeah, fuck.
Did you catch a glance at the homies package while you were walking around?
Oh, my friends, yeah.
No. Like on purpose or accident?
Were you like trying to not look as you're walking?
No, I was looking. Yeah. But also the question is because all right, one time I went skinny
80s
dipping with the
face.
homies. Pause. I went skinny dipping with the homies, right?
Skinny dipping with the
And
homies.
as I'm skimming down to my nude state, I'm like, I didn't even
Bro, I don't
realize
even
I
wanna
was
look
doing it, but I was taking my limp dick and I was tugging it, trying to stretch it out because I didn't even
fuck is
realize.
this?
Bro, I'm like 19.
Yo.
I didn't even realize what I was doing, but I was trying to make sure that I was showing, not growing. Like I didn't want them
You
to
gotta make
see
sure
me-
you were growing,
Now
not
I wouldn't
showing,
care.
yeah.
Now if we weren't skinny,
For the
I'm like-
homies though,
I just didn't, I thought they were gonna make fun of me for having a small dick because my dick was like microscopic at the time. It was like cold or some shit,
it was cold that
was
night.
cold.
I don't know. I didn't realize I was doing it, but I was pulling on my dick and stretching it out. Is that cool? Is it
No.
cool to care what your homies think of your dick?
No, Mr. Fantastic. You're trying to, you're trying to fucking
Like
elongate
the
your
way
dick.
You
the
coulda
way you're
broke
talking
your
about
shit.
It sounds
Niggas
fucking
over there.
painful.
But one of my friends like really called me up. He goes, You're stretching your shit out.
Like he did that, like you're fucking deceiving him.
Like, like he immediately knew what I was doing. He knew that meant that I cared about my friends seeing my dick and me wanting them to think.
You don't want anybody thinking you have a small dick, regardless.
But
if it's the homies or not.
But that's fucking creepy.
What's tugging on your dick in front of the
front
bro?
of your homeboys?
Well, getting naked in front of your bros is weird.
I don't think it's
Not if
creepy. I
not
think
if there's
it's human.
bitches in the pool.
It's human.
No, he said
no
it was-
girls, no girls.
Why did you go skinny
Yeah,
dipping
why?
with
Yeah,
just the
how did this
homies?
happen?
It wasn't a pool. We were just out like hiking or some shit. Or I think
So
we were out,
you're like, you know,
So
it'd be
somebody
cool
said, let's
right
get
now, dude."
naked.
yeah. We were like,
Let's
let's
get
go
naked.
swimming. We don't have bathing suits. We just fucking hopped in.
Y'all didn't have boxers
You guys
or
are trying to
nothing?
convince me that I was being weird. No, I didn't want to get my boxers
That's
wet.
definitely
I
weird.
needed to put my boxers on to continue hiking or whatever we were
They
doing.
would have
that day.
dried off by the time you walked to the whip or something.
You ever like wore wet clothes until they dried out?
Yeah,
I don't
it
want
takes a long
And
time.
it wasn't a pool. It was a fucking lake.
I don't want my bare
Weren't you just like
nuts.
wearing like pants though, so you can just
You can put the
you
pants
know,
on
go
top.
Listen, it was a
commando
long
while they
time
drive.
ago. I don't really remember. I just know I stretched my meat out.
I was trying to
He
impress
has
the
no
homies.
excuse for this.
And I feel a little weird.
He's
now.
like doing this like impromptu jelking, just like
Yeah.
get
This,
it up.
this is a very weird story.
I feel like it's been
Yeah.
20 years and I was ready to get you guys' opinions on it.
I feel like I may have heard you tell the story before.
Yeah,
That's
I've
the
definitely-
I mean,
crazy
but here's the thing though, you weren't consciously thinking, all right, I want my boys to like think my dick
No,
is
that's
big.
exactly
You
what
were
he
just
was
like
thinking.
instinctually
Yes.
tugging on it. It's
And
like-
I didn't
like
realize I was doing it
lizard
until
brain.
he pointed it out. And then I immediately knew that I actually was doing the thing he was accusing me of.
Because like that's kind of a
Did you
thing
deny
too.
it or
You're
did
just
you go
kinda-
along with
No,
it?
I was like, yeah. I'm like, that is kind of gay. Okay.
Was he also tugging his meat too?
I don't think so. I think he probably was just showing what he had, and that probably pissed him off. I know you're trying to flex on the homies when they're just raw.
I'm gonna flex on the raw homies.
Yeah, I don't know.
That's one of the things though. Like sometimes you just like instinctually just like you're just sitting around the home type of you're just like grabbing your dick. That just happens sometimes.
This is
I
a
think you're
very
like, hey,
bro-
why am I,
I think
doing
every
this?
guy does that.
It's a
though.
very bro
It's,
podcast.
it's just there. So
I
you're just like,
I have a real question. Do you think? Okay, let's say. Do you think that if you every time you jerked off, you kept a boner for 20 minutes versus every time you jerk off, you keep a boner for like let's say 2 minutes? Do you think you're essentially training your dick to
Yep.
not be able to last a long time in bed with a girl?
Yep. I definitely think so.
I agree.
That kind of
We're
sucks.
creatures
because,
of habits. Our bodies get used to,
you know.
you know.
And that's why
That's-
I think I've gotten really good at jerking off really fast, and I feel like that's probably part of why
You nut so fast.
I'm not happy with my performance in the sack lately.
Bro, you gotta just
Really?
pop a blue chew and go crazy.
Royal honey.
BlueChew.com. No,
Get you a honey, man.
I don't know. You ever take the dick pills?
I haven't no.
These guys are all about
I
it.
have.
Yeah.
Not these guys. I've taken like a blue chew once.
I still haven't done
I
it.
use honey
You
every
are
week.
like, are you still sponsored
Every
by them?
week?
We'll probably
What
still
is
do
it?
ads for him, but I was lying before.
Oh, okay.
Ads for him.
yeah.
Is it
I'm
like
down
you,
to do it again though, and
you
I
just
do
pour-
want to try it.
you just pour honey on your dick?
No,
or
you
what?
eat it. It's honey.
But it's got all the dick's pills, sauce,
Yeah,
things.
it's
in
like
it.
crunched in there.
Is dick sauce in the honey?
How is stretching your dick out when you're going skinny dipping any different than taking a blue chew?
Huh?
What is totally different?
It's gonna make your dick bigger. It's the same thing.
Yeah,
I
to
mean,
fuck
it would
a
be-
chick,
it would
not
be-
to
it would
swim
be way-
swim with your homies in a river.
It would be 8,000 more times gayer though. To like if you're gonna go skinny dip with your boys and then you pop a blue chew before you go
That
skinny
is
dip
slow.
with your boys.
How is it any different?
There's
It's very,
definitely way
it's
more
very
insecure out
different.
there. There are
Hey.
dudes that insecure for sure.
Wait.
Once
I'm gonna-
again, make it make sense.
Wait, I'm gonna admit some crazy shit. I remember back. You remember the 7-to-7 lock-ins
For sure,
at,
for sure.
at World on Wheels?
For sure.
So there's like a skating rink, and like you go at 7 at night, but you couldn't leave. They would lock you in. and
Is
you-
it still around?
Yeah, water wheels.
Yeah, no, it went away. But someone bought it back. Or something.
Yeah, the guy. I don't
Anyway,
want to talk about it.
very legendary.
Legendary gang bang spot because that's where Big E was
Yes.
beating the fuck out of people in the
Yep.
documentary. Okay, continue.
That's Blueface's hood. If you didn't know.
Yeah, exactly.
really?
That's literally
Yeah, schoolyards.
literally across the
Oh, I
street.
thought you meant gangbang like a bunch of people fucking.
There's probably
that
that
too.
too. Yeah.
No, that too.
And
that too.
people in gangs
In the context
gang
of the
banging
conversation.
other people.
No,
probably
no,
other
that's
gang
not. Don't,
members.
don't listen to him.
Yeah, don't listen to
There's
this.
a lot of gay sex in gang banging.
No,
So,
that-
wait, listen,
actually,
listen.
it is though.
Listen, so
There
look,
actually is.
so the 7-to-7s used to get ratchet. You feel me? Like is girls twerking on you. You're very young at the time. I was a virgin. I didn't know if my dick was big, little. I didn't know what was going on. I knew I had a dick, and that was it. And I remember like somebody we knew getting laughed at because some girl was like dancing on him, and she was like, "I ain't feel nothing." And then like we were like laughing at this homie for like months about this, right? So I remember one time we were going to the 7-to-7. I put a sock in my shit.
Stuffed his dick. Stuffed his
I
boxers.
put a sock in my shit.
Monte's packing.
I had to make sure. I didn't know. I wanted to make sure that like the bitches didn't laugh at me saying, "Oh, I didn't feel nothing when I was dancing on them."
Right.
See, that makes sense. Not jumping in a fucking river, stretching your shit out.
But then it's like, because like, how could a sock possibly feel like a fucking
nigga,
actual
no,
dick?
listen,
Look,
listen,
she got
listen.
You
tricked.
tied it around your dick?
No, listen. I put like 2 socks into one,
What?
and then I put the top of the sock at my belt buckle.
Were these ankle socks?
No, no. Listen, it felt hard when you touched
So,
it.
I mean, at that point, it's almost like you're getting like fucking elephantitis dick, because that's gonna be a little too big to be believable.
And then she starts rubbing it through your pants, and she reaches in. She's like, "Are these Hanes? Are these Calvin Klein?"
I can't believe I just told that story.
That's
right now.
hard though. I
Yeah.
like that you told that. Do you remember a phase? Because I'm assuming that like at least you two were fat at some point in your childhood, right?
Oh, yeah, for
Do you
sure.
remember when you were too embarrassed to go swimming with your
Yes,
shirt off?
Yes.
Oh, for
Still,
sure.
I'm still me.
Really?
Yeah, I'm not hopping out
Well,
like
I'm
it's
fat.
Baywatch right now.
Yeah, yeah. I'm
You gotta get more
tatted now.
I
tattoos
feel like
to
you having
compensate.
some titties is like Biggie having some titties. It's like, yo, I'm a rapper. I earn these titties.
But
I
like,
mean, you get changed and then it's
I'm
cool.
trying to
It's
get,
like,
I'm trying to
okay.
get tatted titties. So like, by the time like, cause I feel like you was fat. You had your whole body tatted. Nobody even noticed. You
But I
know?
also was never taking my shirt off in a photo and
Wait,
shit
you were
either.
fat?
I mean,
Not fat, but like,
I was fatter for sure.
I'm gonna call
yeah.
him fat just
I
to-
still feel a little chubby.
I'm gonna call him fat just to fuck with his ego. Yeah.
yeah,
He was
no,
fat as shit.
I was definitely like, yeah. Fat.
No, I'm just kidding.
Would you go to the river now with your shirt off?
Hell yeah.
That's right.
I'll get butt naked around the homies, no problem. I'll get naked around you guys right now if I wasn't a workplace.
Well,
I'll
considering that you guys fucked on the couch before, it's all fair game.
everybody that's
That-
sitting on
that
that
very
couch.
couch?
Both
Hell
of those
yeah.
couches.
Look, he's like,
Yo, but I cleaned the fuck out of those couches and then Laura cleaned them
There's
too.
no way you personally cleaned
Okay,
it up.
but you know, so, I think Lena did, but then Laura cleaned them
You
before.
made- you
Laura
made
cleaned them
Yuri-
again before I could even.
You made Yuri get on his hands and knees and scrub the couch
No,
down.
but when we did do a porno here, Yuri like he
Here?
filmed. Yeah. What
He
do
was
you
here?
think they're talking about? We were on the
I thought,
fucking
I thought
white
that was
couches.
the same couch from Melrose though.
No, we filmed porn in here.
In here?
Yes.
What the fuck?
What do you think we're talking about? It's
Have
all the
you,
way
like-
over there.
have
You
you,
don't,
like,
why are you going
fucked-
closer to it?
Have you fucked on this table in the porns?
No.
Okay.
Have you fucked on the
On the fence,
cage?
yes.
like the guy?
On the TV, yes.
Like the guy?
Oh yeah, you like that?
That was hard.
Do we know much about Aiden's party?
Adrian's kickback. Not
Adrian's-
Aiden.
Yeah, I said, who's
That nigga
Aiden?
said Aiden.
Who the
Bro,
fuck is that?
My
Adrian's
nigga
kickback.
Adrian had the littest fucking kickback
Do you
ever.
know anything about him?
Yes.
I
No, I don't know anything
I
about
mean,
this
I
kid.
have some notes about it. Basically, it was a TikTok party in Huntington Beach, broken up by the cops with tear gas. Adrian made the invitation on Monday, specifying a time, 7:30 p.m., a place, fire pits, and a date, May 22nd.
At the Huntington Beach Pier.
And he said, slide through the Saturday. We finna turn up. And yeah, thousands of people showed up. The cops shut it down. The kid is 17. Who knows if he's going to get in trouble for it? Because for an example, I remember when Lil Xan first started popping, he did an event
Yeah, in Redlands?
In Redlands, where he grew up, and he basically said, "Ooh, boo, come to this pizza spot." 1,000 kids show up. The fucking cops send the helicopters out, and they ended up charging Lil Xan like over $100,000 just to fucking come there
He
and
probably
break it up.
really
Was
wishes
he
had-
already like signed and shit then?
Yeah, he was already like
Bro,
he was
he-
already famous enough that 1,000 people plus
He
showed
probably
up.
really wishes he still had that $100,000.
Oh yeah.
That's fucked
By
up.
the
I
end
didn't
of the
mean-
year, he was
I didn't
talking to
even
me
mean it
about.
like that.
This is why niggas trip on
That's
you.
Bro,
real.
that's my home, bro. That's the homie. I'm
That's the
saying,
homie. We known him forever.
If I lost $100,000 right now, I would be thinking about that forever.
I'm convinced that when you did the high rollers drop, that either A, you had a ton of debt in the first place, or that you just blew through a ton of the money, because you don't really seem like you have as much money right now as I would think that you made from that.
you
So
got- you gotta
where
thi-
did the money go?
You got to think about it like
Ketamine.
this, bro.
Ah.
Well, no. You got to think about it like this, bro. It's a business, and like we're trying to keep growing the business, and it's like, how selfish would that be for us to like keep large amounts of the revenue that we made for our own personal gain?
That is a very mature, responsible response that I
We-
wasn't really expecting.
Yeah, no, we
Yeah.
we invested more than half of the money that we made back
okay.
into the next drop. You know,
So
bro,
the
I got
stunting is still on the way.
I got about
And
like
me and Adam still ain't got a shoe.
I literally have about 10 pairs of samples in my trunk right now of the new unreleased
Size
colorways.
12.
I wear 9. Why would I get samples of other sizes?
He made a shoe brand, and now it's very popular. And we're all dealing with the fact that all all these years we were just basically treating him like a homeless person, and now all of a sudden he has tons of
You
money.
gotta stop disrespecting me because first of all,
I didn't treat you like a homeless person.
yeah, this nigga he was interviewing Banks and Mike, and he was like, he's like, so this whole time I known him, he never had any money. I'm like, wait, hold on.
Oh, so it's like just like a recurring thing, like every episode.
he's
You're
like,
having, it's like,
literally
you
a
see this
bum.
guy? He used to be broke.
Just to
so
put
you
in
know.
perspective, when I met him, this is what he was doing for a living. He was basically being the middleman on drug transactions within the club. He would find people that wanted to buy coke, get money from them, go to the actual coke dealer that for some reason these people weren't tapped in enough to communicate with,
They're just like socially awkward. And just
buy the
had
coke
drugs.
from them for less, and then deliver it to them people, and then keep the difference. Now, I think that's very admirable that you were thinking on such a level, but at the same time, it does kind of imply that you didn't have a ton of money if that was your hustle at that time.
Also, I was like, what, like 20, 21?
This was like 6 years ago.
Yeah, I was like young as fuck. Like
Homeless nigga just been in the head the whole time.
he's like, no, I've slept on his couch so many times. Like,
I'm for sure gonna say he's homeless.
He probably just walked downstairs like this fucking nigger on my fucking couch eating up.
I hope he did not say that.
Eating up all my free Uber Eats, bro. There was a time in my life
He
where
called you the N-word.
no. There's a time in my life where if Adam didn't have free Uber Eats, I wouldn't have eaten. I'm gonna be honest with you.
So
we were going crazy.
So he kind of is right to
But
say
he
that
was
you didn't
eating
have
free
nothing.
Uber Eats too, though. It wasn't just
it
me.
was amazing.
Yeah, no, honestly, I know it's amazing. I know, but yeah.
What, podcasting? Yeah.
Yeah, of
it
course.
is.
I gotta pee, but I'm not going to yet.
You should, so we can talk shit about you. We can tell them the real truth about
I'm
you.
like, this bum ass nigga, man.
Fucking nigger. Okay, I gotta stop saying that. But yeah, no, I had a very lucrative business of middlemanning.
Coke deals. Yeah, I don't know why you're like talking slow like we didn't already say it.
Feds gonna be like, got him.
Don't tell anybody.
I'm sure the feds care about that. The feds have to have at least some standard for what they're pursuing.
Yeah.
Not getting high rollers.
You middleman a coke deal in the club 7 years ago, you're going to federal prison. Okay.
Make an example out of him.
I didn't make it to the party in Huntington Beach. Did you consider going?
Yeah, but I seen
We too
they
grown to be
arrested
there, bro.
200 people, almost 200
Oh, you
people.
would have been one, and you would have had the blaming on you, definitely.
Why would you say this?
I don't know.
There was
You
all
said
kids
do not
there.
allude to the blaming no more on the
did
podcast.
say that.
So I wanted to stop it. Now you bringing it
I
up.
think it's okay for me to say it, but I feel like you probably shouldn't say it.
What's the difference?
I just told him like, because it's if I say it, it's like a joke, but when you
Because
say
you're
it,
white?
it's obviously true.
Elaborate, Adam. Is it because you're white?
There was a specific example in a vlog where I felt like AD was like acknowledging that he
Kept the blaming on him at all
a
times.
little too much, and I just told him maybe you should tone it down a little bit with that. And now he's using it against me as I make a joke.
It's like you use stuff against me when I make
Make it
jokes.
make sense,
You know what I'm
Adam.
saying? No, because all I was saying is, you said if somebody came and ran in here, I said, we will be safe. And you said, you can't be alluding that you have a gun. I said, I don't have a gun. You said, yes, you do. And I'm like, oh my God.
Like,
We
no,
were
I don't.
filming a vlog on the beach, and you were pointing at your side bag and basically.
Insinuating that if
Because
someone...
somebody said, hey, that's a nice bag. And I said, yes, something in there.
Why would you say
I feel like
I mean,
now
if you just
this
said
is making
something in there.
this is making me want to
I don't know.
re-edit the vlog a little bit too. I feel like
Yeah.
it was after this conversation, it's a little too obvious.
I watched it. It was nice.
Okay, well that's good then.
Is that vlog out already?
No, but today we put out the one where Fizz, Banks, and Mike and my baby
Yeah,
visit the
thanks for
office.
finally putting that out.
The vlog.
Yeah.
You were dying for that?
Yeah.
Why? You're
Because I was in it.
Oh yeah, you were. Yeah.
Anything with me in it, I'm dying to see.
I mean, the interview is already out. It has 1 million views, and you were in that too.
honestly, that was a very good. I saw my shoe on Drama Alert. Never thought that would happen.
There it is. He didn't even acknowledge what kind it was. Fucking hater.
It's all good.
Yo, you notice the the funniest moment on here was that like somebody was saying something when Keemstar was here, like, oh, like he must have said that.
Oh, it was
I was
me,
like,
it was me.
There's somebody else at the table that said it too. I mean, Keemstar's like,
No,
You
I seen
guys-
the comments. People were saying,
Yeah.
how did they let it sit next to him? And I'm like,
Yeah,
I don't
I
know
didn't-
who this man is.
you saying the sand hard R right in front of Fusi was pretty fucking funny
Yeah, that
too.
was crazy.
Because you could tell that he was kind of like.
Did he?
I don't think he loved it.
Wait.
He like jolted a little
Wait,
bit.
are you allowed to say it if you say sand in front of it? Because you can say it.
You're
normal.
not. I'll probably.
That's why I didn't fucking
But what
say
if,
it.
what,
That's
what if
why
there
I
was
didn't say it.
what if there was
Don't
an
do it,
Asian
Justin.
What I want to know is if the sand modifier makes it off
like
limits.
what if it was normal to say yellow N-word if you were Asian? I would not be wanting to walk around saying that, even if it was fucking somewhat socially acceptable.
that's kind of crazy because you can make the distinction of somebody that's Middle Eastern. Like a long time ago, right? People will say French Montana shouldn't say the N-word. I'm like, why? He's a
like
nigga.
Nav shouldn't say the N-word.
You know what I'm saying? And they're like, no, he's from here and he's from here. And I'm like,
From Africa.
He's
yeah.
literally from Africa.
That means you probably should be the most qualified to say it.
That's what I
Yeah.
was thinking, but I'm not gonna dispute the wokies.
Yeah, you just don't want the smoke.
I want no woke smoke.
Why not? You already live your life in such a way that you're like kind of intentionally offending everybody.
Yeah, I know, huh? That's what I'm saying. I don't want to keep offending people on purpose, you know?
Yeah, I try to avoid that. You just want to
That's
stay
cap.
out of the fucking gossip cycle as much as
Yeah,
possible
honestly.
because it's just so easy to become tied up in this fucking bullshit that's just gonna take up every day of your fucking
I don't want to
life.
be on drama alert.
And then you think he had a problem with me saying that?
I don't think he really had a problem with it because you know who the fuck is he to tell a black guy not to say the N-word?
Yeah.
But I definitely think that when you said it, that it kind of like it was like a shock to him because he wasn't expecting to hear it, and I felt like I could see his brain working. Like, how do I process this?
He was like just so intense with his eyes. Like he was like,
That's what I was
He had
saying.
me right here like the whole time. Like,
But it was funny when he was saying, yeah.
Yeah.
I went to Africa. Looked at
he looked at both. Me and him. Were
Wait. He said he went to Africa and he looked at both of you.
I was just like, don't look at us.
He's like, so I went to Africa.
You guys know what that is, right?
But didn't I say you should bring them with you next time?
You did.
Yeah, but that's something
That's
that you
like
would
an
like.
Adam
You would.
joke,
That's an
yeah.
Adam joke.
No, I'm not.
Like
gonna
you
lie.
walk the line. Like you're a slippery slope guy.
Yeah, you're Johnny Cashville.
Yeah, Johnny Knoxville.
Johnny Knoxville, great guy.
R.I.P.
What?
No, he's
What?
not.
Shut the fuck
I'm about to
up.
say,
I'm like, nigga, what?
not Johnny Knoxville.
I'm sorry. He had like a profile come out in the New York Times and shit today because the new Jackass is coming out soon.
What?
Oh,
shit,
I told
really?
you
You're
about
way
that
too old
because
to keep doing that.
Bam Margera is trying to make his own movie against him because they left him out of the new Jack.
That is kind of crazy.
Oh,
But
Bam, fucking get it together, man. Honestly,
Yeah.
nobody wants to see you on camera because it's not going to be funny because it's too sad.
yeah, you're just out of it. Yeah.
But Viva La Bam was a fucking amazing show.
R.I.P. Don Vito, man.
Yeah.
Vito died.
He was a child molester.
I was gonna say like
Vito was a child molester.
Yeah, you don't wanna
oh
RIP him.
no! Rest in piss, Vito.
Yeah, I didn't know all that.
Fuck that.
Really?
Oh
Did
no!
you see that wave of emotion?
Yeah.
He died all the way to
I
rest
mean,
in
that's
piss.
Oh,
the
they're
appropriate
like, C-Mac.
reaction.
He that fucker.
Fight.
But can we get a fact check up on the screen real quick? I want to know exactly what Don Vito was actually like. Was he convicted? Was he just accused? I'm pretty sure it was some nasty shit.
Fucking Vito,
never
man.
even
I
heard
trusted
that.
you.
Yeah, see, that's probably what the parents of the kids said.
That's not funny, cuz.
Who the hell is
That's how
letting
we got
Don
away with
Vito
it.
watch
Yeah,
their
I wouldn't-
goddamn
I
kids?
wouldn't won.
Vincent Don Vito Margera,
That's
uncle,
a hell of a mugshot.
Uncle of Bam is facing 12 felony. Is he facing 12 felony counts or has he been convicted? He was arrested.
This 2007.
Yeah, this is old as fuck.
Nigga, what? 12 counts though?
Man.
12 counts? That's not a fucking joke.
That-
Like, where the hell you even find 12 kids, Don Vito?
Yeah, that's not even like, oh, one person.
Yeah, that's like he
accused.
has a supplier or
Yeah,
some
what are you, a
shit.
gymnastics coach or something?
that's-
Yeah, you got a fucking Epstein providing them or something?
Oh my
Might have
God.
been Bam. Taking him to the
I
range.
wish we
He's
didn't
never
talk
been-
about this.
If we found out that Don Vito went to Epstein's Island, imagine that picture of him and fucking Bill Clinton getting handies together. Yo, I feel like if the Nug Boys existed 10 years earlier, that they would have gone to Epstein's Island for a vlog.
Yo, you gotta.
Not even like that, just like they would have ended
You
up
said
there.
10 years
Because they're
earlier?
in Dubai with fucking Dana White and stuff. It's like, why not stop over at Epstein's Island? He was just a regular guy back then.
I have nothing to
I
say
mean,
about
I
Epstein.
feel like if you knew who he wasn't a regular guy too. It's just if you didn't know who he was a regular
You see
guy.
the officers? They're about to tell a truth, something like that.
They
They're
already
about to-
admitted
yeah.
that they falsified paperwork, but I
Uh-huh.
wonder, like, to what extent this paperwork was falsified. Like,
I'm gonna go pee real quick.
did they change the date, the time that they clocked in, or I don't know.
Oh, you mean like the
It's
guys
surrounding
from
his death.
the prison guard?
Yeah,
right?
we don't
The
have any
records
notes
or
on
some
that, but
shit.
do you know anything about this?
I had seen something about it, like the prison guard got in trouble for like falsifying the record.
There's two of
like
them.
was yeah. Do you know more what happened?
surrounding his death.
Yeah, like at the time of his death or something, there was
They
a
falsified
fake
some
report.
kind of paperwork, but I don't actually know. We probably should know before we discuss that. How about we bring up this topic? So there's a clip on the what's it called? Fresh and Fit podcast.
Shout out to Fresh and Fit podcast. Talk to them today.
I tuned into this clip because everybody's been telling us that we got to fuck with them because they have kind of a poppin' podcast coming out of Miami, I believe. And there's one clip in particular. It's like 6 minutes long. I don't. This is one of the only clips I watched from their podcast, but it's a couple of dudes, fucking 10 girls, all sitting at this table. I can't even imagine what this podcast would be like if we had 10 girls sitting here.
And that's most of their content.
Right.
They
just
have girls all
come
the
through.
time, and they talk about it. And like I said, Kevin Samuels, he calls in all the time. But usually there's like 6 or 7 women at the table, and they ask questions, and they go back and forth.
Right.
So shout out to Fresh and Fit. They be kicking girls out all the fucking time.
Really?
Yes,
Oh, I
all
gotta
the
watch
fucking
more.
time,
That's
bro.
awesome.
Yeah, they kick girls out all the time because some of them get real. Like Kevin Samuels roasted one of the feminists on there.
They had.
I think I saw that fucking
He went
clip.
on there?
That was like that chick
He
with like
went-
the blonde,
yeah,
like
with
short
the,
hair.
she was. I think she was white and blonde.
Yeah.
He fucking destroyed her, bro.
Wow.
Kevin Samuels broke her the fuck
I gotta
down.
check that out because this girl I know hit me up when I posted a clip on my story of one of the viral clip. I posted the clip. This girl I know hits me up. She goes, "Fuck you for not tagging me in that clip." She's one of the girls in the I'm like, you seriously think that I was looking at all the fucking girls there enough to like, did it even cross my mind that I might know these people sitting at the table? Anyway, so there's this guy, Mr. Organic, who fucking I recently touched down with on Instagram, and he has a green beard, which is something that I might have to experiment with myself. I've never thought about dyeing my beard, but there's a lot of gray in it now at this point, so if I show up looking like I got fucking Ecto Cooler in my beard, you'll know what's going on. Anyway, he's sitting there, Mr. Organic. We're talking about Fresh and Fit right now, buddy.
I'm fresh and fit.
You know about them, though, the Fresh and Fit podcast?
Hell yeah.
Okay.
In Miami, right?
So he's sitting there, and he's giving a little bit of a lecture for whatever reason about the kind of woman that a guy who apparently he's pretty successful, or at least he seems to feel very successful the way he's talking about himself, basically saying at a certain point as a guy, once you become successful or whatever, that you want more from a woman than what a basic ass dude wants from a woman. A basic ass dude might just want a hot girl that he could take to the club. Once you get to a certain level, all of a sudden you're looking at a hot girl you can just take to the club and you're thinking like, there's a million of you. Like he was basically saying, I've had money and been in business for a long time, so I'm not impressed by the same shit that a lot of guys are. This girl really feels like she knows something, and she starts responding to him in the clip and telling him, successful men, all they want from a woman, I think of the quote, is for her to bring inspiration to the table, aka cooking, wearing lingerie, providing him with sex, etc. I wish I had a heart monitor on when I was watching this clip because it made me so fucking mad that this bitch has actually been misled her whole entire life. But she's right. All these guys want from her is to basically just be a sex object because you're a fucking idiot and you have nothing else to offer. You look okay, sure, but you have nothing going on between your fucking ears. And she's just telling this guy that that's how the world is. And he's sitting there telling her,
That's
no.
not.
When you get to this point in your life, you want somebody that you're going to be able to build something with, that you're going to feel inspired by, that is
But that's what
going to
she
be.
said. She said
sort of-
inspiration.
Yeah, but when she says inspiration,
Yeah.
she means like she literally wants to like
Bro.
sit on the couch in lingerie and make you, I guess, make more money trading crypto.
Most of their content,
She wants to be able to call herself a muse on social media.
most of their
She is not. She's the
most of their
opposite of that.
content is women who think like that, and they get into it back and forth. It's like I would say the younger version of women that Kevin Samuels talks to.
Insane.
Yeah, that's what this shit's like.
I haven't watched enough of this shit to really judge, but it seems like they're kind of doing the thing that Kevin Samuels does, where you get these girls and you actually find out what they're really thinking. But instead of getting like, Kevin Samuels' demographic is kind of like grown ass black women that are past their prime and are wondering why they can't get into a relationship. These guys seem like they're really getting the hose from the club to just come sit on this podcast. And that's one thing that you never really realize. When you're in the club and you're looking around and you're seeing all these hot girls, you might not realize that they're all idiots and that you could barely have a fucking 4th grade conversation with them, because that's what I got out of watching that clip. Is like, these guys are giving voice to the really good looking women that have a fucking IQ of like 14.
And I seen one that was mind blowing to me, right? So they're talking to this girl, and she's like, yeah, my guy that I was with, right? He cheated on me so much. He cheated on me with 5 of my friends or something like
Oh
that.
my fucking god! That
And
means you
I'm
have
like-
no self-respect.
I'm like, this is a pretty girl too. And then basically they break down like, well, was he paying for everything? Like, yeah. okay, he paid for her to go to school, and once she was done with school, she was like, okay, I don't have need you no more. So it was like basically you let him cheat on you with fucking with 5 of your friends, and he was putting you through school. And as soon as you graduated school, you didn't want to do that shit no more. It was cool. And then on top of that, she was saying, yeah, well, I did porn for a year. I don't want a guy to basically judge her because she only did porn for a year and she doesn't do it no more. And bro was like, what the fuck? Of course a guy's gonna judge you off of that shit. You know what I mean?
I'm pro sex worker, so I don't think I should maybe be like judging girls as harshly for that. But yeah, obviously, when you're doing porn, you also are just accepting that there's like a cultural reality of how a lot of guys are going to act about that, how a lot of jobs are going to act about that. You got to be ready for that.
But most of the guys that be for me having a lot of homegirls and I talk to them about these type of situations, most of the guys that these women seem to encounter and they have these problems with are guys that have absolutely nothing to bring to the table too. It'll be bum ass hobosexual ass niggas that just be fucking the homegirls to have somewhere to stay. You feel me? And like they be the most controlling of like, oh, why are you wearing this? Why you got this many guy friends? Why are you da-da-da? And it's just at the end of the day, it comes down to like an insecurity thing. And I feel like a lot of men, if we we all at this table, I could say, are probably in a different predicament than like, a guy that's like down bad and just happens to like look up on a girl that has a lot of money and like popularity or whatever. Those are the guys that be the most insecure, that be trying to control their bitches because they don't got it.
And see, this is what I was telling Yazzie earlier is that women may not. I'm sorry.
I wish you could actually play like a recording of what you were actually saying to Yassi, where you're just like, you date blah blah blah. You were just like telling her your friends are ugly. Like
no. I didn't say your friends
in the other room.
No. She said that she didn't like the way Kevin Samuels portrayed and how he talks, right? Mm-hmm. So I said, okay, if I use the same analogy with Yuri. I said, if Yuri said, hey, I want a girl like Kim Kardashian right now, and I'm not going to get with somebody until I get that. And if I told him, hey, Yuri, you're out of your fucking mind and think you're going to get Kim Kardashian, I said, is that being mean? She said, no. So I said, so what's the difference of telling a woman who looks not very attractive, who doesn't have a lot going for herself, that she's going to get a man that makes 7 figures that's in the top 10% of all men? It doesn't make no fucking sense. And that's basically what I was trying to tell her. I'm like, hey, you got homegirls that you call yourself that they're not attractive, right? She's like, yeah. And then said, yeah. So, and they have thoughts that they're going to get a nigga like Pooh Shiesty or something like that. Like, she says, yeah, I have to tell them all the time, you won't get them. Exactly. So what's the difference between a man telling you that and somebody else telling you that?
And just horny as fuck.
And I also said that women equate guys for the most part based off what we can provide for them.
Hell yeah. And that's why, if you think about it, like with Yuri, like Yuri is, as a guy, Yuri's looks are not holding him back. If Yuri had $10 million, his looks immediately are not whatever. But then meanwhile, for like, if Yuri, if with a woman, it's kind of it's not really like that. If like a woman has $10 million and she looks like Rosie O'Donnell,
I'll fuck the shit out of Rosie O'Donnell.
Me too.
Yeah, but you're a fucking you're really trying to live off a girl though. You're trying to use every part of the buffalo.
No,
and see, and that's the thing.
That's
right?
weird. I never heard that analogy before.
Oh my god,
that's you. It's like, I'm not just using your pussy. I'm gonna use your whip. I'm gonna use your couch. I'm gonna jerk off in these tissues.
I got my own couch.
Yeah, but you could always use more.
Okay, and let's say you're a great guy, right? And let's look what society has did, right?
Yeah.
You have a song like No Scrubs, TLC made. I don't want no scrub. Sitting in your best friend's ride, right? Yeah. You can be a great guy going through hard times, and you're telling women don't fuck with that guy. And then you got songs now,
bro. It be so many tweets of girls be like, yeah, like niggas want you to hold them down, like on their way up. Like, I'll see you at the top. Like, but I won't even give you that chance until you're already there.
But when it's reversed and we say we don't want a woman that we have to build up, it's like, oh, you're the fucking devil. Oh, that's fucking wrong. Oh, that's that. And that's basically what I was telling Yazzie. I'm like, the message, the way that he does it may not be the best way because it comes off as mean, but he's telling the truth. And until people get a fix of reality, they're going to be in fucked up situations.
And a lot of women, the shocking thing to them about Kevin Samuels' content is that, okay, here is some content, here's an arena, an environment, in which you're not going to get treated like a victim. And I think so many women in American culture are just not used to that because they're completely used to never being held accountable or being at fault. And so to see a guy actually say, like, no, like, you're not a victim and actually you're going to be judged on your own merits, just like men, at least while we're on this show, is unbelievably shocking to them.
Yeah, and the thing is like what Bossa Nova said. He said, you don't have to call in. So if everything is going right in your life and you're getting these men that you so-called want, why are you even calling in to get advice from me anyway when you already know what I'm about to say? Because you're not getting that and you don't understand why.
Yeah. I mean, I think that most of the women calling in are kind of acknowledging that there's something wrong. They just also don't want to be held accountable for it. And they all think that they're going to be the one to out-argue Kevin Samuels, even though he's pretty much like based his entire life around being able to win this argument.
And he talks to men the same way.
Yeah. I was thinking that, like, what if I asked him, like, if I asked him about me as a single guy, like, how high value you think that Kevin Samuels would rate me?
Right now or back then?
I guess right now.
Yeah,
You have business, you have money, that's different.
I know. It would feel good to hear him say that.
Yeah. No, but
Just hit him up, be like, yo, can you tell me something nice about me right now?
I kind of know what he would say.
I've heard a
You're
guy-
doing good for yourself, man. Keep it up.
I heard a guy called in, right? And he's literally like, I'm 25, and he's like, oh, okay. How much do you make? He's like, oh, I make like 500 every 2 weeks or something like that. And he was like, oh, you only make like fucking 19. He said, well, I forgot how much it is a year. He was like, I made that back when I was a kid, right? And he's like, you got a big dick? And he's like, huh? I don't know. He's like, nigga, you know if you got a big dick. So you don't got a big dick. You live with your fucking mom and you do this. What the fuck do you expect? It's the
what do you
same
expect?
exact thing. Like,
That's a fact.
everybody puts their expectations too high instead
Nigga
of
better
looking
learn
in
how
the
to eat some
mirror.
pussy.
You know what I mean? And I've been in situations with women where I try to look for the potential in them, and trying to help them grow
didn't work.
and to do stuff. And
they
it's
left
like,
you for Pooh Shiesty?
no,
That's
no.
Mark
It's pretty funny how it's funny how we consider Pooh Shiesty to be like the ultimate male in a woman's mind. When like
I know you say his
if
name
they
so
were
much.
smart, it would be like a Mark Zuckerberg or like somebody who's really caking.
I don't know who Pooja is.
Without a
Can I
murder
see
charge.
Can I see what this guy looks like? Because I gotta know now. I gotta see what the peak male is.
No, he just says his name so
Yeah, I
much
mean,
that I just like, okay.
He's like one of the hottest rappers right now,
Yeah.
but more importantly, he's got like multiple like charges that he's facing for like shooting people. And if you listen to his music, it's pretty much like every lyric is telling you about how he will murder someone and not care, and how
That's cool.
his enemies don't murder nearly as many people as he murders. And that's kind of the gist of it. A lot of women wouldn't be so hyped on that.
You know what's crazy?
Not me. I would think it's great.
You know what's
but-
crazy? I was sitting at home this weekend, right? And I get a text.
From Pooh Shiesty.
No, I'm at home in LA. I get a text from my photographer homegirl who's in Atlanta. She said, would you happen to know anyone who has the address for this Pooh Shiesty after party in Atlanta? And I'm just like, what?
in Atlanta.
I'm at home in LA. Why the fuck would I know? Like, why would I have the address to a Pooh Shiesty after
I would
party?
block her.
She thinks you're tapped in. Maybe you could tap
I mean,
that.
I am tapped in, but like,
Not
am
like
I that
that.
tapped in?
Yeah, I don't know. That's insane.
That's like the streets world.
Even if I was, why would I go out of my way to find an address to a party in a city I'm not even in?
It's like you're bragging to us about knowing some stupid ass girl that would just ask you something dumb.
No, that's like one of my really
Like
good.
that's kind of
homegirls.
like Loki, like a I know a girl combo. Like,
I know this
I
one
know this
girl.
girl, and she texted me. She must kind of like me.
No,
She likes my shoes.
She likes my shoot. No,
That's the end of that conversation. Is like, oh, so do you have some size 7s and girls?
that's fucked up. Damn. No, but honestly, it made me like just think like, do people just not like process shit before they like ask it, or they just like
No, they don't. They just shoot right away.
like?
I'm glad I,
would
don't
never,
know anybody that hits me up all that loosey goosey. Like
I would
people
never-
are like scared.
I
to
would
hit
never
me up.
text Adam like, yo, like, what's the address to this Andrew Whang party and fucking
Andrew Whang.
Andrew.
He doesn't.
Yo, you combine me and Andrew Yang.
He
And you're not the
apologized to
first.
you.
You're not the first one to do it either. You're
Stop
not-
Asian hate.
Yo, what the fuck?
Are you even
That's,
Asian?
see,
Yes.
see this YouTube? That's why you gotta.
This
make
is
me-
China Mac.
Are you half?
Don't diss
Yeah,
Dynamac.
I'm half.
What are you? What are you?
I'm Korean German.
Okay. Whoa.
Have you thought about getting a rapper on your shit? Because I think we could really stop Asian hate if we got China Mac on one of your songs.
Damn.
make music
Let's fucking
too?
do it.
Yeah, there's a sick band, bro.
Dude, we should collab, bro.
They sound
Yeah,
like Limp
actually,
Bizkit. Get him
We
on.
got a couple of guys hanging out here.
You don't even got to pay him. That's the singer right there in the red pants.
Really?
Yeah.
Bro, I'm in this band called Megadeth. I don't know if you ever heard of it. I'm actually, it's actually our merch. We went on tour in what year?
2007.
2007.
Probably
Yeah.
like many years before and after that as well.
I work it in and out.
You might be by the end of this podcast.
Congrats on the success of your album, Death Race for Love.
Wearing Juice WRLD bootleg
On
merchandise.
a quest for
Bootleg.
love.
Kind of fucked up.
It's bootleg?
This is my homie Casper. He made a fucking shirt.
Oh, Casper Masi.
Casper, who does a shitload of vlog content for us in the UK. Yes.
Really?
Yeah.
Yeah, no, he's been sick at making clothes. I didn't know you guys worked with him
He
at all.
actually filmed me doing that vlog backstage with Juice WRLD
Oh, so you
at
gave him
Wireless
the
Festival.
permission to make
Oh, wait,
the
that was-
bootleg.
I did not do that. He just made these because apparently, if you live in the UK, there's no such thing as copyright infringement.
Are you talking about the one with Susan, the conversation?
No,
Or
that,
different
that
Juice
was a
WRLD vlog?
separate one. Yeah, that was pretty funny. We got
Yeah.
we got that deleted, or we got asked to delete it. You're gonna get high.
Bro, I did good last time. Chill out.
No, I'm good.
Yeah.
I'm.
I think,
That's gonna be the end of the podcast.
you want
for
me to
if I
get high?
smoke.
Yes, I get high on the
we're-
regular.
Yeah, we're keeping
Let
this,
the crip hit it first. Thank you.
we're keeping this away from AD.
How do you feel about the? Did you see that the Danny Mullen vlog came out so that the people actually saw you and the girl that you apparently didn't want to fuck?
Why do you keep saying like, okay, first
That's
of
what
all,
they said. You wanna
first of all,
fuck.
I'm not denying her access or anything like that. I mean, it's just like, do I have to fuck every girl that I see or something?
But the real story for the record is that you did try to fuck and she was like trying to wait, right?
I didn't say that. What do you mean?
You technically did.
Y'all niggas.
Wait.
I was at least giving him
First
room
you
to
said-
deny it.
First you said he didn't want to fuck her, and now you said she didn't want to fuck him.
Yeah. So which one is the story, Adam?
He flew her out.
I didn't fly her out nowhere.
You didn't? I
said
thought
you
that was
got
real.
a
sneaker money.
So you got her a Spirit flight.
No, I did not.
Okay, never mind.
Y'all just collabing stories.
Johnny
now.
Blaze said something about getting on a Spirit flight on the way there, and I'm thinking, did you get 2 seats? Like that thing, that is not fitting in a
Yo.
fucking Spirit seat.
I wish I would have made it here earlier too.
I don't even think the armrests go up on the Spirit flights.
That ass was crazy. How did it look in real life?
Crazier.
I came in with some crazy cheeks though. You can't.
Yo, what the fuck is? Jesus Christ! You pay for that?
Nah, man.
That thing's got a life of its own. She leave?
No, she's right there.
Jesus Christ!
But yeah, so anyway,
How's that going?
cool, good for now.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Damn.
Keep you off the ketamine. It's all good with me.
Yeah, exactly.
Get off ketamine and on fake asses.
How you know it's fake?
Because I'm a
know
human
a fake
being
one.
with functioning eyeballs. That's just.
Your ass. I mean, it looks nice.
Yeah. No.
Yeah.
It's hers. It don't
Doesn't
matter.
mean fake doesn't mean it's bad.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's hers now.
If it's on her body, it's hers.
Hey,
That's all that matters.
She rocking that shit like a fucking
Very
feather
amazingly.
boa, man. Let me tell you,
What?
Like a what?
like some
Honestly,
Jinkos in 1997.
listen, honestly, like I feel like we can all say that like we hold very good conversations. You know, we have a whole podcast. So obviously my conversational skills are up to par. And I feel like a lot of times I hang out with girls and it's just like I'm talking to nothing. I'm like talking to a wall, you know?
Right.
But like, I don't know.
It's because they're women.
No. It's just
I'm just kidding.
No, it's I think that it was the caliber of women that I was putting myself around at the time. And I wasn't realizing that I was elevating as a person and like being around people that aren't on the same mental level.
But you're saying that she's good to talk to.
Bro, I don't think I've ever like met someone and like bonded with them like that fast.
You sound very mature, bro.
You're making me wonder how many
nice.
women out there have PhDs and BBLs?
Probably a lot.
Because that's the ill combo right there.
Bro, I know this girl.
BBLs.
Bro,
My girl's a college grad.
bro, listen.
I'm gonna make her get her PhD
I know this
just
girl.
for me to flex.
I know this girl. I know this girl in New York that's like a stripper and also a fucking like a lab technician and shit. You know, like it's like she and used to work with Joe Exotic.
I mean,
Hey, I met a bartender at the strip club Friday, right? At a strip club, and she says she's a fucking law major, and I was just
That's
like,
what I'm saying, bro.
there's
You
mad
can't-
girls who like just use that
You
to
can't
fund like
can't
what they
judge a book by
really
the
You
cover.
can't
do.
judge a book by its cover.
Shake your tail feather.
It's a lot of.
shake
like,
that ass and pay for school. I'm with it.
Me and her were talking about. We got dinner before we came here. We were talking about how.
Oh,
Now listen, like
Where'd you go, El Pollo Loco?
no, Lalas.
That's hard. Okay.
But
Argentinian.
I love that place.
Argentine.
We were talking about how like a lot of times, like guys would just be so focused on like the horny aspect or just being like, oh, I want to fuck this girl that you kind of like look past other traits and other things that she may bring to the table, and that way that's how you can differentiate. Like, oh, is this just some girl that I'm trying to fuck, or this is like a girl that I could like build a bond with?
And that's what makes me so mad about that fucking bitch getting roasted by Mr. Organic.
Yeah.
Like, she's literally saying something that's so the opposite of what I know to be true.
Yeah.
Like, yes, I do believe that there's a shitload of like rich guys who want you around to just be arm candy.
Yeah.
But like a real like that.
Someone
If
with substance.
a guy goes in the club and he really feels like he can fuck most of the girls in that club and it's not a big deal, he then is going to elevate his level of consciousness and think, okay, I don't want to just be with a girl who looks good. I want to be with a girl I can really talk to, that I want to raise my kids, that I want to build a business or build a life with.
Talk to him, Adam.
Bro, you just hit the nail on the head, bro.
For real.
And the fact that you was looking at that and I seen you be so enthusiastic about it, putting that on your story, like, you fucking bitch. I was like, that shit was funny, but it's sad though, because a lot of the women think like that. Like coming up, the ones that go to the club and shit like that, but then too, we're just as bad because we go to the clubs
looking for
we
that.
go to these places that are not, we're not going to the library looking for women.
Library.
It was.
I got like 3 words in my mind that I love hearing you say.
Library?
Library, ambulance, and theater.
Theater.
I love it.
Oh my God.
I'm not gonna lie.
He's like
though.
your Black
I said,
Whang.
I said
He wanna take me to the
library
river.
for a significant portion.
No.
He wants to
I'm not stretching it out for you. No. I thought you were.
If we all had to get naked for some reason right now, would you start tugging it just to?
No. And I will get naked for the round. But you have to sign a liability waiver first.
I'm not fucking Eliza.
What were you about to say?
Huh? I forgot.
I
What
already
it
forgot.
Oh no! Oh yeah, it was library. No, like I said library for like maybe like the first like 15 years of my life, and I was like, no, it's library.
But what did you just say? You said
Library.
what did you say at first?
Library.
Library.
It's the same thing.
Wait.
Library.
Let me now see. Now I'm thinking
Right?
about how I'm saying it, so it's gonna come out.
L-I-B-R-A-R-Y.
Wait a minute. I'm like,
R-A-R-Y.
nigga, you said the same thing. Library.
Can we get a spell check? I feel like I'm tweaking.
Library,
Are there
nigga.
2 R's?
Library.
Nigga, like a lie and a berry. Library.
See, now I'm thinking about the R though, so I can't. It's not valid. Library.
No, but you want to know another
It's
one?
full of lies.
Every little kid says aminal
What does that mean?
instead of animal.
Is
I
that
don't know
true?
why. I just feel like I've never heard a little kid say animal correctly. They always say aminal.
I feel like I've
They
heard
can't even
that
say
in like
dada.
shows
Little
and shit,
kids
but
are
never in
retarded.
real life.
Really?
Yeah,
His
I've
kids,
never heard it in
They
real
can't
life.
get them to say animal. It's
Aminal?
all aminal.
Aminal.
Kids can't even say mama and dada. Kids are stupid.
You know what I was
Don't
wondering
say that.
Yo, my kid, her main noise that she makes is and so I wonder, did moms become called mom because that's like the first sound that a kid makes is that sound, so it sounds like sounds like mama, sounds like mom.
I think that's a word that appears in other separate cultures too, so that you could be onto something there. I might have just pulled that fact out of my ass though. So
But and then I think about that, it's so much harder to make a duh noise than a like is automatic. It's basically you making noise with your fucking mouth closed.
Yeah, you don't even have to say
That's why it's the
anything.
best commercial.
You can't make any other sounding letter besides with your mouth closed.
That's a fact.
The best song ever.
Yeah, all the best songs just have a. We should become a
that's what fucking commercial is that on now?
we
It's
should
like a
become
Campbell's commercial or something.
acapella quartet,
What is it?
Or like, who the fuck?
like Andy Bernard.
That too, but have you ever seen Malcolm in the Middle?
Not really.
He had one. It was one white guy and a group with all black guys.
You're
Me.
not the
Boom,
boss
boom,
of
boom,
me
boom,
now.
boom, boom,
That's
boom,
me.
boom. That's why I said it.
Oh, cool. Thanks. Yeah. No. You remember the what was Homer's group?
The B
The
sharp.
B Sharps. Baby on board. How I adored that sign on my car's window.
No, Housephone don't fucking know. See, I knew Doug banging on the trash can.
That was a Doug song?
Drumming on the street light.
No, Malcolm in the Middle had the best theme song. You're not the boss of me now. You're not the boss of me now.
And
think
you're
of that little clip
not
of
so big.
Life is unfair.
You want to know something I found really interesting that happened to him? I watched a whole video from him about how there's an episode of King of the Hill where there's 2 different scenes where you can hear a song playing in the background, and apparently for years and years people have been trying to figure out what the songs were. They tried to find it out. He made a whole fucking video about it, and then they found it out.
Yeah, within like a fucking hour.
An hour?
An hour. It was
Oh
like
my
within a
God.
fucking hour.
It was some
actually
random
a
ass
band.
band.
Yeah, it was a band that was like from out here. They wound up digging up the old music, and just like putting it on Bandcamp, I think, and you
Really?
just get the album now. Yeah.
Was that you that made the video about the Trapaholics tag, or was that Wavy Webster?
Trapaholics?
No, it had to
Mixtapes.
be. It had to be Wavy.
mine
Wavy
I don't
was
think that's
Wavy.
really in his barn.
But
Yeah,
that's
damn, son,
that's
where'd you
crazy.
find this?
That was great. They said McLovin made that. Is that
No,
true?
no, that's what I'm saying. No, it wasn't you. Wavy Webster made a whole video about the origin of the damn son. Where'd you find this?
No,
Yeah,
but
that sounds like something he would have done.
it was
Yeah.
fucking amazing.
That's
too
crazy
urban for
that
him.
you said that about the King of the Hill thing.
There's not enough shit involved in that.
Oh my god.
Wait. Speaking of King of the Hill, one of my homies who's like one of the like hottest producers right now, Carlo. His beat
I've been
tag,
talking to him a little bit,
his
yeah.
beat tag is from King of the Hill. He's like, why would I tell something to Carlo? Who the hell is Carlo?
Oh man, I don't want to get Yachty
Wait.
in trouble, but you think that that's ever going to come back to bite them? Like,
don't
do you
think
think
so.
they have to clear that
Wait,
for every song?
Was it an actual clip or was it someone doing the Hank Hill voice?
No, it's the audio of Hank Hill
Yeah.
saying it.
Who the hell is Carlo?
Yeah. His producer name is Carlo, so it's like, who the hell is Carlo?
I wonder if
could.
that'll come back to get him.
It's possible because like Fox is like King of the Hill is Fox, I think. And
I
they're,
hope we're
like,
not bringing this up right now. I hope we're
super-
not bringing this upon them.
I'm
right
sure
now.
Well, you
somebody
did
else has
it.
thought of it. Yeah.
Fuck, I was trying to shout him
Unfollow
out.
Yachty.
Fuck it. What are you saying about?
My
No,
close
Fox is
personal
like
friend, Lil
super
Yachty.
crazy about like claiming shit. Like when I was afraid to make that King of the Hill video because I know how they are. So
Really?
I did like a bunch of shit to kind of like make the visuals like not as claimable. I mean, technically it's fair use.
Yeah.
But if they claim your shit, then you got to wait through that whole fucking legal process. So
Yeah.
I just don't want to deal with
But
that,
that-
shit.
I hope I did not just do that.
Every time I've ever done that, it's been basically you just like wait like 2 weeks or whatever for them to like basically file a legal complaint against you, and if they don't, then you get to keep it. I wouldn't be so like optimistic about Fox just letting it go.
Yeah.
You know, but I feel like I've been through that process a few times for the fair use type shit, and it seems like it's usually pretty smooth.
Yeah. It just takes a little while to get your video back.
Yeah, but people like will avoid using clips from like artists, like popular artists, like
Yeah.
it's the fucking
Oh,
plague.
yeah.
Are those really hard to beat, or do you know anything about that?
If it's like an actual clip of a song from an artist
Yeah.
and not something that's like getting falsely claimed, that I believe that shit will absolutely fuck you.
Yeah.
I think they will pursue that and you get in trouble. I don't really know though. I don't know if anyone that's like pressed back against something all the way with something that they know they actually did use.
For sure.
There's some weird ones though. Like there was one video because I like to use a lot of video game music in my videos.
Yeah.
And there was one time I was using some tracks from Castlevania 2. And apparently there was a band that did a whole bunch of songs that they had samples from Castlevania 2. So their shit, I don't think the band was deliberately doing anything malicious. They just have some like, it was like CD Baby or some distribution shit where it just
Distro
automatically
Kids
claims it.
and shit like that,
Yeah, one of those. So for me to use those songs in the video, I would have had to wait for them to release their claim. So I was just like, fuck it, I'm just going to swap these songs out.
OJ the Juice Man has a song called Castlevania, I believe, and it's essentially about how he was trapping out a castle, and that somehow is like Castlevania.
I mean, that would be sick.
How many of our users do you think know anything about Castlevania?
On Netflix, they have dope ass anime right now.
They made a
gotta know
show out of it.
Castlevania.
It's fire too.
Really?
You know what they made that was fire?
They should make an anime out of Hotel Rwanda.
No, they should not.
No, that would be the most lit anime.
No,
ever.
it would not.
Why
God.
not? Why is there
Nah,
something
honestly-
you can make a movie about it, but you can't make an anime about it?
No, because something that is see, you did that's something that you would say that makes no sense, AD. I
don't think
that doesn't make no fucking sense
why does it
because
make no sense?
millions
No
of
sense.
real people died.
They made a movie about it.
Yes. About a historic thing that happened that needed to be
But
brought
it's
attention
on
to.
you right now.
Castlevania is a
Explain
video
why-
game.
Okay, that's fair. Why is making an anime about something inherently disrespectful?
About people getting really murdered.
I'm gonna be honest.
I mean, he didn't say that the anime had to be like a goofy.
It's not like
Yeah.
I'm
What
not
else
saying
is
it's
it
gonna be
gonna fucking
funny.
do?
It could just be the story
not gonna
told
be
in
funny.
that art style.
Why would it be funny?
They don't gotta be funny. No,
I don't think I laughed once the whole movie. There's no jokes in it.
my
I mean, there
God.
are
Anime is not-
serious anime.
Yeah, I would
Yeah,
assume. I've
honestly-
never watched one. I just assume.
No, no.
I
the
don't
only
see the
funny
whole-
anime is
I
like
don't know what the
fucking,
point is, but-
Boondocks. There's no really funny animes like that. To be honest, like
But
real
do you really
anime.
consider Boondocks anime?
It's black anime.
No, it's a fucking cartoon.
It's black
Yeah.
anime. Nah,
There's an
that's black
argument to be
anime for
made on
sure.
both ways.
There's little parts in there, but it's not really. When I think of anime, I'm thinking of like
What's the
action.
definition of anime? It can't just be a cartoon.
I
Yes,
mean,
look that up.
The Simpsons is not anime.
I'm just gonna say Japanese
look it up,
cartoons, but I'm sure
Japanese
that's like
style-
not like.
Japanese style
there's-
fight scenes. Like,
So that's not the Boondocks, nigga.
bro, what do you mean they had some of the best fight scenes in?
They
Boondock?
have fight scenes, but it's not based off of that.
There
But
are
it's-
people watching this who know a lot about anime
I am the
screaming
soul
at
that
the
the-
Hey,
screen.
Yuri,
Yeah.
Google anime and let's read the definition of it.
Hell,
So we all just
the
be right.
Boondocks
A
was the
style
black
of
anime.
Japanese film and television animation typically aimed at adults as well as children.
Exactly.
Wait, but
style.
does anime have to be Japanese though? Is the question.
I don't
It
think
has
so.
to be.
I mean, it
has to be
says
Japanese
Japanese.
influence at
Oh,
least.
I feel like I've heard of like Korean comics referred to as manga.
Yeah, but
So,
that's
but-
No, manga is
I mean,
the,
Korea's
is
not
the
the
comic
same.
book,
no
isn't it?
manga is the print form
Yeah, yeah.
of
Yeah.
anime. Because I read mangas.
But that would have the same kind of classification where it's the Japanese
What-
style of this and that.
What's it
Yeah.
called? Mouse, Maus,
Yeah,
the manga
yeah.
that's about the Holocaust.
They have one?
Mouse is a
It's
manga?
like one of the most famous mangas of all time, and I feel is it manga or manga? Because I feel like
Manga.
manga.
I always say manga though, but it's manga.
Yeah,
Oh no, you always say my
it's
god.
one of the only. No, okay, yeah. I forgot that.
I thought Mouse was European though.
Yeah. You know what?
That was a good one.
From watching Danny Mullen's vlogs or whatever, though, I saw a lot of. There's a guy that they call the MAGA Hulk. It's basically like the biggest
super
black
funny, I
dude
can't
you've
hold
ever
it.
seen in your life, and he's wearing mad Trump merch.
That's kinda fire.
And he just hangs out at Huntington Beach, apparently on the beach, and just teaches people about Donald Trump, which it seems like kind of a tough
Manga.
sell these days.
A style of Japanese comic book and graphic novels typically aimed at adults as well as children. Like I said, the print version of
Manga.
anime.
You were correct. You playing the sound.
But wait, does
Manga.
I think it is
does
manga.
anime have to be Japanese though?
It
Is
says
that-
a
like,
style
that's
of-
That's what the
crux of the
dictionary
argument.
says. We don't know.
But I don't.
The dictionary is just to get the idea across though. It doesn't convey nuance.
That's similar to our conversation we had with Van Lathan earlier about is Lil Dicky hip hop.
Yes. What do you mean? Come on.
No, bro. That and by the way, that was my favorite
But is it
interview
parody?
I sat in with you. That was
real?
very because honestly, bro, I was getting like real emotional in that shit because like a lot of growing up trauma
Yeah.
just came on surface and I'm sitting there listening. I'm just like,
What was
I
this?
usually don't really talk about shit like this with you guys. We're usually joking and shit.
We got very deep.
We got very
somehow.
deep.
We weren't trying or anything.
Yeah.
It just kinda
When was
happened.
this? When
It was earlier
Earlier,
today,
yeah.
bro. But I
That's
literally
fire.
like I don't know when it comes out. I want to see my face because at one point I'm just like, damn, cuz like I'm thinking about shit. I low key wanted to walk out, but I was just like, nah, I gotta stick it
We're
out
at
through
the
this
title
shit.
that AD walks out of interview.
I know.
Oh man.
No, but that shit really hit me just talking to him about like shit I went through and old trauma and shit like that. That shit was dope.
Shout out
That
to
was
Van
fun.
Lathan,
Are you
bro.
going to do therapy?
That was
I-
therapy.
honestly, that was kind of therapy, but honestly, like I'm not against it when I listen to him and stuff too.
You should give it a shot because I would just love to like know what your thoughts on it were. You ever do therapy?
No.
Oh, okay.
Bro, I
He's
think
not fucked up. He's
I
not like
think
me.
AD is like one of the greatest examples of like someone that like took their environment and like embraced it, but like didn't let it define them as a person. And like honestly, bro, like nigga, you need a whole state like case study on you, bro. Like
You need an anime about you.
bro, for real, bro. Hey,
hentai.
Oh shit.
All right, here we go.
Yeah, fucking tentacle rape.
I'm
dog.
like trying to give AD his flowers. He got to make it sus.
And you know that's even like too when I say it all the time like I've seen so much and I've grown that like you said I don't let that define who I am and I don't like even going forward now that people define me. If you're gonna define me for my talent,
What I'm
define
doing.
me for my skill, define me for my personality, who I am.
Define you
Define
for your
me
great-
where I
great
come
fade
from. My
into the
create.
beard.
Yeah, I was
Yeah,
thinking
my
define
favorite
you
to
for
the
your
beard,
beard too. Yeah, I was about
People
to
always
say
talk
that.
about
That's
that shit,
weird.
too.
We both thought of that.
Hey,
Oh my god! But I'm down for the therapy shit though. I don't think nothing wrong with it. And honestly, shit, it might really help because like literally sitting here listening, I'm like, damn, like I low key was zoning out. I'm like,
Right.
fuck.
Because okay, one thing I get from doing therapy is that, you know, my therapist is like, Adam, I've been talking to you for a year and you've told me about like 15 people that you know who died. And you know, you've got all these like the guy pulling the gun on you. She went and watched that. She's like, you know, sometimes I don't think you're really like giving yourself enough room to be sad about these things. That like it's okay to be sad. It's okay for you to just be within that emotion. You don't always have to just move past it, which for me sometimes even like when I think about stuff, like, you know, did I give myself any time to be sad about this person passing? Like, not really. I didn't even give myself a chance to fucking feel it. Yeah. And I would be pretty fascinated to hear what they have to say about you as somebody who like really kind of grew up and has been having that happen to him for a lot longer than me.
Yeah, and then too, like my granny always taught me, rest in peace. She said that, like, you know, she always told me, don't hold nothing in. Because she said your grandfather got ulcers that way. He was a person that held everything in. He didn't get into conflicts and do nothing like that. So all through life, I've just always, like, some people may think, oh, AD has a fuck you, I don't care attitude. It's not that. Yeah, no. It's just that when I tried to hold stuff in before, it literally was driving a nigga crazy. Yeah. I was having bad anxiety. I couldn't sleep at night because of that shit. And then that made me make bad decisions sometimes and shit. You know what I'm saying? So
it makes you like act out in other ways in other situations because you got all this built up tension and this built up anger.
And it, you know, you get desensitized to death. Because I've been desensitized to death, like literally. Like,
especially if you ever seen it in front of you too. That's a whole like just knowing a bunch of people that passed away, but then like seeing some traumatic shit in front of your own eyes too. It just like it changes the way you think as a person.
And bro, let me tell you something. Recently, when I was just in the back of the fucking paramedics, bro, that was the biggest like wake up call and like a realization of my own mortality. Like, I'm by myself in the back of a paramedic right now, not even knowing if I'm going to survive or not. Oh, and it just made me in that moment reevaluate everything that I've ever done and how I live my life and things that I do. Because some people may say like, yeah, you come from this, you come from this, you come from this. But I'm smart enough and I'm blessed enough and have opportunities enough that I don't even have to move like that no more. You know what I'm saying?
But the thing about it is that you made it out of an environment and have like clearly acted on your own behalf in a way that a lot of people that you grew up around just didn't. They like basically like lived their life like they didn't give a fuck about the next day. But then you find yourself basically in a position that you never thought you'd get to be in, where you're financially free, able to take care of your family, able to be around all these big celebrities and have all these connections and have all these great things that seem like they're on the horizon. But then you're still kind of choosing to live in a way that isn't really representative of loving yourself when you're drinking too much, drinking all these fucking energy drinks, not getting enough sleep, etc. You know, you're kind of allowing yourself to get that dehydrated. You're really like treating yourself like the way that a motherfucker who stands on the corner drinking all day till he's dead one day is. And that's just like, you're better than that. You have more on the horizon for you.
It's almost even intensified because you have more access. You have more, like, but I feel that same way about myself and about like when I go crazy and I'm partying, doing hella drugs and shit. I'm like, what's the difference between like me doing this like in like some fucking penthouse or something, or and the nigga doing the same thing on the corner? Like, you know, it's like
and bro, and even this week, right? I was a little down this week and last week because I was really pissed off at one of my homeboys. I found out that he had a fucking heart attack and it may be related to drugs. But my whole life, I mean, not my whole life, but as long as I've known him, when he doesn't do coke, great guy, him and his brother.
That sounds too familiar.
Yeah, great fucking guy, bro. As soon as they do that shit, they go fucking crazy, bro. And it got to the point to where I was like, I don't want to be around this no more. My homeboy and his brother would beat the dog shit out of each other, bro.
Oh, just on some coked out shit?
Only when they got coked out. They would get coked out and beat the dog shit out of each other. And I literally told this guy, I was just like, hey, you need to leave this shit alone. We had a homie die from doing coke. He got some fentanyl. Bro, they found his body like 3 days later. And he called me and he said, hey, I'm never doing coke again, bro. I'm saying, bro, this is sad. Bro, he said, I'll never do coke again. I'll never do coke again. 2 weeks later, him and his brother doing coke again. They get into it. I go over to his crib and shit like that. And I say, bro, why do you continue to do this? Your homie just died from this shit. You feel me?
2 weeks prior?
Yes. And then he says, man, I be trying to escape, bro. It's the only way that I can cope with certain shit. I'm like, bro, you need to find better ways to cope with this shit, bro. Yeah. One thing about me and my drinking, I don't drink to cope with anything. Yeah. I drink because if I'm in a social setting, it's cool. It's fun. It makes me loosen up. But when I'm sad or something like that, I like to talk to God. I don't like to talk to the fucking bottle and shit like that. And last week, I'm randomly looking at my Instagram and I see somebody write on a picture in the video I'm in with them like, man, it's so sad to see you fucking go. And I'm just like,
He passed away?
Passed away, bro. And I'm just in my head. I wasn't even sad. I was so infurious. I was like, you fucking dumbass, bro.
I didn't
like,
realize when you were talking about your friend being fucked up on coke again that was the dude who died. Holy shit.
yeah. Remember the guys I told you that I gambled with all the time playing NBA 2K?
Yes,
It's
bro.
one of them guys,
The
bro.
dude you were saying you were always taking money from?
I didn't take money from him.
Yeah,
He
but
was
like,
gambling.
he was winning. Yeah, he was
I
winning.
was winning, but bro, one of the guys fucking passed away, bro.
That was this week?
Like this week or last week. And bro, I was so mad because I'm like, my nigga, I told this nigga to stop doing fucking cocaine. And I looked at my little
It's
brother.
not that just easy.
I
to
know
just
it's
be
not that
like-
easy, bro. It's like somebody telling me stop drinking. It's like, oh, whatever. But the thing is that if you know that they're cutting shit with fentanyl and all this other shit up in there, why even fucking take
This be
the
the
risk?
thing. Niggas be thinking like, oh, I got my plug. My plug is good, or like whatever. But then once you get fucked up and you can't get in contact with that one person,
Coke ain't gonna get coke wherever.
you're
the
gonna
fuck
get
you
coke
can get
from
it.
wherever,
Hell yeah.
bro. You know how many times where I've like done drugs from like 3 or 4 different people? Like,
Hell
you know?
yeah. Us going out and doing drugs back in the day.
I'm talking
was
about-
us taking shit from fucking
No,
whoever.
no. I meant like recently, like where I have like reliable plugs and I'll do that. But I'm saying, no, that was a whole.
Back in the day, we should be dead for sure.
Back in the day, like bro, like I'm talking about, I had fans come up to me and like give me like a whole. This fan came up to me and gave me a whole bag of Xanax, and it was like some of them were full pills, some of them were pieces. It was like dust. And like I basically ended up taking the whole bag that night, bro. Like of random Xans.
And see,
I
bro,
could have been dead easily.
and that's like right now, if somebody says, hey, they're putting this drug that's killing people in tequila bottles, I'm not gonna drink no fucking tequila.
Yeah, all right.
I'm not.
He's like, I'm gonna drink vodka.
I'm gonna
drink vodka
I'm gonna
instead.
switch to something else.
You feel me?
Yeah, but nah.
No, but bro, you know how many people I know that like a lot of people have been dying off fentanyl coke recently. So a lot of people I know have been like, oh, I'm not doing coke no more, but they're like still doing perks and they're still
Nigga,
doing
my
this. and they're still
homegirl
doing
died
that.
off of doing that shit
But I'm
with
saying,
fentanyl, bro.
I
Like
know
I'm
peop-
like, this
but
is
listen,
ridiculous
listen.
now.
No, listen. What I'm saying is, there's people that be like, oh yeah, like they putting fentanyl on perks. I'm gonna start doing coke now. Oh, they putting fentanyl on coke. I'm gonna start doing perks now. And it's like, bro, you could get caught up in any of that type of shit. You can get caught up just drinking. You can get caught up like, you know, it's like.
And shout out to my homie Marcus Black, right? Because I seen him at my studio last week, and I was like, damn, you lost some weight, man. You looking good. He said, bro, I stopped drinking. And he was like, nigga, he's an AD. You're a dope person. You're a likable person. He's like, you don't have to drink for people to fuck with you.
That's a fact.
I was like,
Nigga,
damn, that's
you
fucking
bring
true.
you bring the energy up just being around.
But I always thought, even like creating process though,
Yeah.
even like my own show, it was one of the Wednesdays that I was just like, I ain't got no fucking alcohol.
What am I
like,
doing?
like it's not gonna be the same.
I'm addicted to fucking energy beverages and coffee and shit. I've like, if I didn't have coffee or something when I come in here to do 2-3 interviews,
See?
I just, it wouldn't even happen. I do it every time.
But see, you told yourself that, and the same as me. I'm like,
Yeah.
I said one of the episodes. I said, hey, I can't get nothing to drink.
Yeah.
They end up being one of my fucking favorite episodes. I go to the studio.
Exactly.
I tell my
You
manager,
make music so much better sober than you do being fucked
but
up.
I
bro.
haven't did it in a long time.
Wait. Let me just relate this real quick.
All right.
The whole couple of first years, when I met Adam and I had just started making music and just started performing when I started doing the podcast at the same time. Everyone would always ask me if I was get nervous before shows, and I always say no. But then it's when I think back, it's because nigga, I was either on Xans, I was drunk as fuck, coked out, something. The first like 6 times I performed, I fell off the stage every time because I was fucked up.
When I think about like when I used to fucking have to go on stage and run back and forth and get people hyped up, which I really honestly don't know that I'm ever going to do that again because like I just like we used to book tours and I'd be doing that. Now when I think about that, I'm like, nah, I'm probably gonna get like somebody younger to do like the hype man shit for me, so I could just stand there in one place. But when I think about it, there were definitely times where I was off Xans and I fucking had to go do that, and oh my god, it felt so natural and
You're like,
easy.
what's up, y'all? What the fuck?
Exactly, because I'm the kind of person where when I go out on stage, I'm making eye contact with every single person, and my fucking crazy ass brain is thinking like, what is that girl thinking right now? What is that dude thinking about me when he's looking up at me from the stage? Like, I can't help but like overanalyze that shit.
Yeah.
And it kind of like it when I was fucked up on Xanax doing that, I didn't give a fuck. I would run back and forth and scream and jump up and down next to the rapper like it was all good.
Yeah.
That's why like if you see the footage of us on tour with Pump, I probably looked like very, very comfortable on stage because I was in a nice little Xan cocoon.
So like if you're like if you're not on anything and you're like in front of a big crowd like that, you get like in your head and like kind of shitty.
Yeah,
You
well,
don't
now
like
that
that.
I'm sober, I really don't have much desire to fucking be running around.
It's
on
just
stage
so like,
either.
it's so much different too. Like being at like a rap show and like trying to hype people up. Like it's weird to do sober when everyone else is fucked up. But then if you don't learn how to do that, you'll never become like an actual like good performing artist because. Nigga, a good performing artist has like a routine, they have a set, and like it's like cohesive. And if you're too fucked up to even like remember your lyrics, then you're never gonna become a good performer. And I had to literally learn how to like stop getting fucked up before the show. I would still get fucked up, but I learned how to wait till getting fucked up after. Maybe I'll have like a shot or two to loosen up, like before I go out. I remember before I performed at Rolling Loud for the first time, this is the first time I was ever hella nervous because I was performing at the big stage and I was maybe like third or fourth person to perform. So it was like low key, a lot of people. It was way more people than I was expecting. Man, the homie literally like popped me a half a perk from like across the stage, like wow. And I just like caught it, like I had the mic in one hand. I caught the perk, popped it, and then just ran on stage like, let's go. And I just, all of my fears went away.
See,
Isn't life grand?
I'll go ahead.
I'm not trying to make it sound grand, but I'm saying like that shit really, it took all my fears away. I'm going to be honest with you.
Kids, this is not an endorsement.
It's not an endorsement.
No matter how glowing this appraisal sounds.
I'm not telling you to
This
do it.
podcast is sponsored by Perk.
I'm just saying, man. I'm just saying I understand why people do it, but like, it's never gonna lead to like long-term success, and you're never gonna be able to build like.
You're gonna have to get over it sooner or later, you know.
Yeah, you like if you want to build your artistry up and you want to be a good artist.
So this just came out on some of the metal websites, basically saying that Riley from Power Trip, that like his autopsy info leaked, so they can finally confirm that he died from fentanyl.
Wow.
Which is pretty crazy. And but the weird thing that me and Justin were talking about earlier is how in the metal community, it's like a much smaller, metal and hardcore really, but it's like a much smaller community. So there's a lot of people who are really pissed off about this even being reported in the news. Which
like
I don't really agree with because I think this is a cautionary tale to these fucking kids that, like, you know, in rap, it's just, if somebody dies from drugs, it's like, you just know. It, like, comes out immediately. And, I mean, this is, like, a real problem. And you don't have to be some crazy-ass junkie. I don't think that he was, like, a heavy drug user. But it sounds like, you know, anybody can get a fake Xanax, you know?
Yeah, like I saw like the Lamgo post before, and all the responses to Lamgo reporting this news story that it's a real thing that happened. Everyone's like, you should delete this.
Right.
The time to delete this was an hour ago. Like those kinds of snooty replies, and it's like, yo, like it's like they're not reporting, yo, fuck this guy, and shitting on his legacy or whatever. They're like, we're a news site. We're reporting the fucking news, and this is the news that people clearly cared about this
and
guy.
it's clearly
and
important. Like, it's important for that to be important. I don't
especially
think
now, because
people-
my whole Instagram feed today is people on their stories saying, "Yo, if you live in Brooklyn, don't buy any fucking coke because people are dying from it being laced with fentanyl."
Right.
But like my whole fucking Instagram feed is people showing that.
I was seeing that line.
So
in Atlanta
people
too.
gotta be aware. It's if you get it, like people are thinking, "Oh, I'm gonna get it. It's not gonna be no big deal."
Like,
it might be a big deal. You might fucking die.
Peep dying from fentanyl was a huge part of why I stopped taking pills and doing coke and shit. And I mean, how many kids out there saw what happened to Peep, what happened to Mac Miller, what happened to a whole shitload of people? I mean, it's definitely, it's not going to stop the problem in its tracks, but it definitely, like, you know, there's only so many of your heroes that can die before you fucking take note, you know?
And then and think about how many people got into like doing drugs more, trying to cope with those situations. Like if you have a close friend that dies of that type of drug and then you keep doing it, everyone from the outside is going to be like, you're a fucking idiot. Like, why would you keep doing that? But it's like his friend was saying, bro, rest in peace to him. Like, that's his only way to cope sometimes and escape. And like, bro, I'm in the middle of this battle with myself, like right now. And it's like, every time, even if I don't feel weird, even if I like don't even go that crazy, like anytime I decide to get fucked up in any way now, like before I close my eyes, I always think like, bro, if something happens to me, so many people are gonna be so let down, so mad. And like, it's just like at the end of the day, like the last couple times I went out, I was like, nah, I'm good. Like I I didn't even try. Like people are like, oh, just like people are always like, oh, just take a little bit, like da da da. Like
Because that's a real problem for you, because you're that guy. Everybody thinks that you want drugs, and they're going to try to give you drugs.
He's been seeing this for years, bro. Like
I remember when I was that guy.
yeah.
Nobody would ever try to hand me a Xanax now, but that used to happen to me every time I went out.
Like-
I also never go out now, so I don't know. Maybe they would try to.
And then it's like, and then like,
Probably do.
it's not even like random people anymore because I don't even put myself in those positions where I'm even like around like random ass motherfuckers. So then it's even more tempting when it's like motherfuckers you've known for years, motherfuckers you've been doing drugs with for years, and they're like, oh, here, just do a little bit, and then you fucking end up hanging out with them until 6 a.m., 7 a.m. And it's just like,
It's a good way for people to make friends with like their favorite rappers. Like if you have a bunch of drugs, I know I have seen this happen so many times
then
where
there-
somebody would just end up being best buds with a rapper for a while, or somebody would come. I remember Smoke Perp coming around. I went to the studio with him in New York City, and
So
oh my
many
god,
people.
he had a dude with him who had the infinity drugs in his backpack, and it was just so obvious
That's
that
why
this
he was
dude was
around.
being around Perp, because Perp was just like, this guy's giving me
But
hella
then-
drugs, and I've never seen this guy around since then. You know.
but look, did you see that video of like Lucky pouring out the lean backstage at like one of his shows or some shit?
I didn't know he did that,
Some
no.
fucking kid tried to like give him a fake pint of lean.
Oh, right.
And it's like, bro, this is supposed to be one of your favorite artists. Like, you supposed to like idolize this man, and you gonna bring him some sus ass drugs that could like kill him?
These kids don't know though. A guy tried to give me fake lean in Chicago one time, and I
Yeah.
figured it out real quick. I said to the Hobie, he's like, "No, it's fake. Don't go near it."
DJ Dabs.
Wait, how'd you tell it was fake?
Because there's this dude DJ Dabs who, if you
Shout out my boy DJ Dabs.
if you tweet a picture of drugs at him, he'll tell you if it's real or not.
Yeah.
And he's like an expert about it. And if you ever met him, it's like, oh, this guy's definitely done a lot of drugs in his life. But
So you don't
I
know
never-
what the tell was that like gave it away for him.
he
the
just knows.
consistency,
Yeah.
the color.
This guy is so lean fluent that he could just like take the quickest look at it and just immediately.
I'm not
know.
even like a connoisseur or anything, but I could even tell. The last time I was in New York, this guy's sending me videos, and he's really trying to entice it. He's playing my music in the background while he sends me the video of him recording the lean. The fucking like if you got a Fanta right now and
Yeah.
it was like a weird papery like,
Oh, yeah, I would
like
know,
logo,
yeah.
and it was like falling apart, and like some of the words were misspelled and shit. The color was off. You would be able to tell, right?
Yeah.
It was the same thing, just with the lean bottle, and like he was pouring something out. It just looked way too thin. Like you could, like I said, I'm not an expert, but you could tell at some point, you know.
Yeah, I mean, even if you have a little suspicion, you should still not fuck with it.
exactly. If you get a chalky ass Xanax and you barely press on it and it starts crumbling in your hand, like you probably shouldn't just take that shit.
Another alternative, though, when you think about it, why does AD not have to worry about getting some fentanyl tequila?
Exactly.
Because the FDA has, or
But AD
whoever, they
has-
got to approve it before it hits the shelves. And, you know, it's very, like, I was reading that it used to be common for you to, like, if they did a test on, like, a loaf of bread, they would find that it would have, like, plaster and shit in it back in, like, the 40s and 50s before the FDA came around. So I guess what I'm saying is, if they just made it
Medicinal
so that
Coke.
you could go to 7-Eleven and buy a bag of Coke and it was official
or if
through
it was
the
like
government.
if it was like a Coke dispensary.
Yeah. I mean, there's a reason why we don't worry about getting sold fentanyl weed, right?
True.
I don't know. It's not like I buy weed at the dispensary.
But when I was in the fucking hospital, the first thing they said is, "Did you smoke some fake weed?" I was just like,
Oh,
"No."
They thought you were off
you
the
were off the
K2?
K2 for
That
sure.
was on the K2, and all I kept thinking
Do you
about was
give off
like,
K2
I have my
vibes?
doubts as well.
no, but I was that day I was smoking at No Jumper. I was like, that was a long time ago, but I started thinking I was
Oh, yeah,
like,
we were smoking K2 that day.
That's like when he tried to fucking. This nigga gave me an edible that had acid on it.
Damn, where are the edibles? I want to take one right now.
no.
You want one?
No, fuck
I swear these ones are more consistent.
Bro,
I've never got the
been
like
this high.
outsized high from these ones.
I've never been this high off of taking a little piece
grab-
of
that's our
edible.
sponsor.
Oh yeah.
He fucked me up. He had me fucked up. Oh wait, shout out to Official Roll Up Boys. Their delivery service literally pulled up to my house, dropped me off a pack of weed, some merch, and all of that.
Shout out to 2020 because their edibles are the best in the game, and I officially basically live off of these and these only.
You already stole the rest of my weed.
Bro, you're not gonna try these? I swear to God, these are
No,
great.
bro, nigga.
You're not gonna get that high.
Bro, if you want me to stream tonight, It's not gonna happen.
Yeah, okay. Kind of indifferent about that. I would rather just see you get high, but here we go.
Wait, how was this? Speaking of the stream, how was the stream last week?
I'm
Oh,
good.
the
I'm gonna be
Eliza
fucking
stream?
done.
Yeah, how was that?
Eliza was shaking her ass the entire time.
You didn't get banned.
Eliza was basically jerking off AD's brother Kiki through his.
Shout out Big Ski TV, man. Go subscribe to his
At
shit,
one
man.
point, I had to actually tell her to take her hand out of his. It was in his hole. Like she unzipped it and like, fully had her hand massage. And I kept saying like, bro, are you hard yet? And he's like, I don't get hard. Like it takes a lot to get me hard. Like, what the fuck are you talking about? She's grinding her giant ass on you, and you know how hard, you fucking weirdo. But anyway, the donations were insane because everybody wanted Eliza to fucking twerk to their music and shit. And I've never met anybody so sex obsessed in my life.
She's
like,
insane with
There's
it.
been times where I had her on the podcast and she wasn't really like that, and she was kind of like keeping it more chill. And
I've
remember
had
that
so
time
many
she
normal
came on here and she was talking about how she doesn't fucking even like having sex with guys because they're not going to make her come and all this shit. She came in on Friday. Every single rapper that we watched their video, she'd be like, yeah, I would let him fuck me. He could definitely gangbang me. I'm like, what? Like, what happened?
Thanks for the donations.
Yeah.
Yeah,
It was amazing. Like, all these little boys are just like donating so that we can fucking basically have this girl like give them a little bit of sexual attention. It felt like an OnlyFans type vibe. I think that you need a YouTuber girlfriend.
Need a YouTuber girlfriend.
Gabby Hanna.
Oh.
No?
Which one is that?
I know her boyfriend.
Benny,
I
huh?
don't
You know
want
what?
to do that to her. I said her name weird too.
There has been times
I
when
wanna
I think
take
like
one so
sometimes
bad.
like now like I'll meet girls and it's kind of like I'm like, oh, like if I had someone that was kind of like in the whole like content world, that's like that going back to that conversation where it's like, oh, you can like do shit together and like have the relationship and also like build stuff out from that, which is like it's kind of a compelling concept that I hadn't really like thought about before this stage in my life.
That's the question now is how do you get into a relationship without her forcing you to start a couples channel with her? Because that's what like, every girl wants to do now. I got one. I can't believe you didn't get one yet. Did she ever ask you?
I may do it now.
Really?
Family channel.
No,
I
no.
mean, people love
Family
that shit.
AD?
I mean, I'm sure yours does great numbers.
We've gone very viral.
I'm on my own now.
I'm a
You're
nomad.
single?
Yes.
I'm a nomad.
How did that happen? Let's talk about it.
No, I don't want to talk about it.
You clearly want us to know.
No. I told them earlier.
Really?
Yeah.
So you dumped Yassi and your girl in the same week?
Oh my God.
That's factually accurate, right?
Why
Maybe
do
2
people-
weeks.
Why do people think that I got rid of Yassi?
I mean,
She got rid of herself.
yeah, but it was because you were, clearly over it, right? You guys were not getting along.
Wait a minute. The thing is that I have not had a problem with her ever. I just told her don't get into it with my homeboy, and I had personal conversations. Like, I think she was the one who didn't want to like do the shit no more. Like, I never once was like, hey, or gave her any. I don't feel like I gave her any type of weird energy.
You're volunteering a lot more information about this than the breakup.
Bro, don't put that out there. Stop it.
But hey, you declared it.
Yeah, I'm a single man now.
Wow. You know who else is single right now?
Who?
Safari.
Oh no.
Erica Mena has filed for divorce.
Oh man, they're gonna get it together. This ain't the first time, is
You
it?
guys can hit the club together.
Yeah.
Erica Mena is throwing in the towel on her 2-year marriage to Safari after less than 2 years as husband and wife, and she's currently expecting their second child.
They'll get it together.
She filed for divorce in Georgia, where they appear to have formally tied the knot in 2019. Erica is asking for primary physical custody of their 1-year-old daughter, Sapphire, but she's willing to share joint legal custody with Safari. She's also indicated that she wants child support plus exclusive use of the home they currently share.
And it's kind of fucked up because they just had a home invasion on top of that.
Right?
It's just like too much piling up on top of that shit.
They were going through that together,
Yeah.
but apparently they didn't want to stay together. I don't know. That sounds very serious. They're already stipulating that she wants exclusive use of the home and all this shit. I mean, to me, that very much is like indicative of this really being over, which is a shame because they really like fell in love on TV. You know who Safari is?
No.
Great guy.
You sound like me usually.
Amazing man.
Yeah, he did a whole in-depth breakdown about his
But
sexual
she's
life.
pregnant right
Nicki
now,
Minaj's
right?
ex-boyfriend.
What was that?
Nicki Minaj's ex-boyfriend.
Oh, okay.
So that's kind of like the main thing.
She's pregnant right now, right?
Erica, yeah, with a 1-year-old.
I mean,
or no, they have a 1-year-old and she's currently pregnant.
Women when they get pregnant, they become very hormonal. Maybe she'll get over that. Hopefully,
Maybe he's over it too.
This reminded me. It's reminding me of Iggy Azalea lashing out on my boy Cardi.
What do you mean?
Like, you know,
Was she
We're both
pregnant?
chewing shit.
Halls.
Tot.
A tot.
That's hot.
Tots for kids.
What are you eating?
A 2020 futuristic sour spit, bro.
Why is it futuristic?
That's what it says.
Oh, you want to give me the watermelon flavor? I get it.
Oh, God.
Oh man.
Josh handed that to me.
Fuck him.
Josh wants it. Josh is a fucking fiend for those things.
Bro,
Yeah.
I noticed that that's you. Your chains keep doing that. I keep
I'm
fucking
fucking
I'm
up the
getting
audio and
no,
shit?
no. I just keep thinking I'm getting a Cash App
bracelet's
notification.
fire.
Oh, it
I was
sounds
like,
like
this
a
is a
fucking
good,
Cash App.
great day.
Damn,
Chicken
man.
going. I'm like shit.
Damn,
How
sorry
much you
to
want for
make
this
you think you're
bracelet?
getting
How
way
much you
more
want
money.
How much you want for that bracelet?
This bracelet is a cheap ass
It
bracelet.
looks cool though. I like
Yeah.
it.
You order those off Facebook ads?
It's like a
No,
bike.
I got them off Instagram, man.
Have you
They're
ever?
always trying to convince
Have you
me
ever
that I
bought
wanna buy
somebody
some
off
metal
Instagram,
rings.
man?
No.
I bought a shirt off of Instagram.
Yeah,
for
it's
sure.
it's weird because you are advertised so much shit from Instagram, but I've never even thought about dropping in on some. But more and more, I'll be talking to somebody that have some cool pants on. I'll be like, "Where'd you get those?" They'll be like, "Instagram ad."
Yeah, because like
Just heard it again. Cash App.
as you keep going, they keep targeting you more and more.
You're not
into
hearing
the-
his rings; you're hearing the chain on his hat.
Yeah.
Oh,
Okay, of course.
It sounds like Cash App fucking
It
notification.
really does.
My
honestly.
singer has a chain on his head that's making mad
But listen,
noise.
listen. They're doing a great job at like focusing in on people individually because they're getting to the point to where I actually bought 2 of these hats from the MoMA website from an Instagram ad because I love Yankees hats, but it's hard to find them with the green bottom and has the red, white, and blue America.
Have you
MLB.
ever been to the Museum of Modern Art?
I've been to LACMA out here in LA, but I never been
Totally
to the
different
MoMA.
museum.
I
What
know,
about
I've never
Megma?
been.
Other side of the country.
No, it's not the side of the country. There's
The MoMA?
Is there not
Yeah,
a
it's in
MoMA
New York.
here?
I don't know. Maybe there is,
one
but
in
it's in New
Chicago,
York,
too.
right? Yeah. I mean, I've used to hear about the MoMA all the fucking time when I lived in New York, and have not heard about it out here. So I assume
Do you think they named it MoMA because of?
no.
Like the
It's so
baby
easier
noise.
to say the baby
baby
shit?
noise you said earlier.
MoMA.
But no, look, they know I like Yankee hats and they know I like art, so they literally kept advertising this one to me every day, and I went and I bought 2 of them.
But you know, I'm a person who doesn't buy almost anything, so it's like, what is
Yeah.
Instagram really going to try to sell me? I don't think there's almost
Anal
any.
cunt T-shirt.
Yeah, but even like,
Messy Tails merch.
I would never buy a shirt off an Instagram ad.
If they
I
get-
bought so many fucking shirts off Instagram ads.
Really?
It's kind of embarrassing how much bullshit I buy
You
from
got
Instagram
this shirt
ads.
you're wearing from Instagram
This-
for sure.
No, I feel like this one was so it's a ECW shirt. It was when the ECW arena, when they were gonna shut that down, they did like a fundraiser for it, and they had like the shirts be a part of it. So I was like, fuck yeah.
Are these characters offensive now in 2021?
We got
the sheep-
Sabu, we got Rob Van Dam.
No, this nigga with that
Yeah,
shit.
Sabu.
What was he again?
Free Palestine.
Yeah, like what was his character?
Some sort of chic.
He was
Yeah.
he was just kind of like this Middle Eastern guy who bled a lot.
Yeah, he
Did a lot of
bleed
flips and shit.
I miss that. Man, life seems so simple when you think back to the 90s when you could just have these like blatantly racist like stereotypes in like wrestling and shit. Like, remember the $1 Million? Even as a kid, I would look at the $1 Million Man and be like, how the fuck is this guy's wrestling gimmick that he has a black butler who basically like is forced to do everything
Virgil.
he says? I'm just like, even as a little kid, I was like, how the fuck
Yeah.
is this real?
You wanted to be like him?
Even in elementary school, everyone was kind of like, what's going on here?
Yeah. Or Sergeant Slaughter, and there was, I forget his name, but they had like a sheik, like a blatant like Saudi Arabian like
that's what
It was,
Stereotype
like, it was
was.
the Iron Sheik, but it was General Adnan when they made him an Iraqi general or whatever the fuck.
Oh,
God.
You're talking about when Sergeant Slaughter became a bad guy and he fucking spit on the American flag and all that shit, right?
I'm gonna go out on
my
a limb
God.
and say that the WWE is probably not going to like tell the story of the Palestine-Israel conflict through wrestling.
Oh yeah.
They probably just want to avoid that. But that kind of sucks because that, as a little kid, really helped me to understand. I mean, clearly it completely misrepresented what was actually going on. But that was a good way for me to sort of understand geopolitics as a kid, is through wrestling, right?
It would be a good time to have Barry Horowitz make his glorious return too.
Who's that?
This he used to be a jobber, but then he got like an upset victory over someone,
okay.
and then his his gimmick became that he's Jewish, I guess, because he would just after he won a match, he started wearing the Star of David on his tights.
Wow.
So I guess that would be the guy.
I was watching this Vice documentary type piece that came out about the Israel-Palestine conflict, and there's this like one clip that went viral of this young Palestinian girl, and she's sort of like yelling at this Jewish guy in his yard because apparently it was their house, and like the Israel government kicked her out of her house and told this guy that he could live there, and he's literally like a Jewish guy from Brooklyn, so he's got an American accent and she's got an accent like from out there too, but like it's pretty fucking unreal, like seeing them just straight up pull up on this guy, vlog style footage, and just ask him like, why are you okay with taking over this fucking person's house? And his response basically amounts to like, if I didn't take it, somebody else is going to take it, and fuck you. Like, you can't tell me what to do. Like, it's fucking crazy.
And this will do with like a Brooklyn accent.
Yes.
Yeah, I've heard that it's a lot of like Americans who go to Israel and like get all this property.
Yeah, I will say that from watching that one Vice piece, and it clearly only really shows one side of it, it is like really hard for you to watch that and not come away with the idea that what they're doing is pretty fucked up by taking these fucking people's houses and shit. But at the same time, it's like the one thing that when you think about that conflict that you always have to come back to is just like what the stated aims of like Hamas basically are for Israel. Like their mission is to wipe them out. And so like for the Israeli people, it's just so clear that they've taken on the idea that they're just not going to give anything. They're going to be super fucking aggressive, and it's just like the way it plays out, the way it looks in reality is fucking really tough to swallow. Anyway, that's probably the last thing we should be talking about.
Yeah.
I mean, I feel like naturally, like, bro, we see so much of this stuff on the internet, and like obviously a lot of this shit has been going on for a while, so it's like it's cool to like talk about it and like bring it up, but I like the fact that like if we're not super educated on something, we're not gonna try to like dive into it and like.
Right, I see so many people who are so unqualified to have a fucking opinion about this. Like you're fucking 19 and you're just talking like this is like the most open and shut case that like it's just like it's crazy the extent to which people are just comfortable as fuck. Like talking about something and not knowing everything about it.
Yeah.
Is totally fine. Talking about something and acting like you know everything about it when you clearly are just a guy who's watching the news is just. It's a terrible fucking thing for a lot of people to take on, but a lot of people just do it, you know?
The weirdest shit to me, though, is when it comes from the other side, and it's people who follow you as a fan of your content, and if you haven't publicly stated anything about this or that thing, they like demand to know what your opinion of it is, regardless of what kind of content you make. How educated you may or may not be on it. Like I'll have people like so far like no one's really like bothered me about any like specific recent things, but then I'll have people like demand to know my politics in this or that issue, and it's like, dude, like I make fucking videos about shit and cum. What if I tell you my opinion? Should it affect what you think?
Right.
It definitely should not.
Yeah.
I'm the last fucking guy whose opinion you need.
They want to
on this.
make sure that you are exactly what they want you to be.
Yeah.
Like there's some percentage of people who need you to agree on everything in order for them to fuck with you, and that's why there's so many people who just fall into basically just towing the line on what the liberal ideal is for everything and refuse to have a mind of their own about anything, because I mean you see what happens as soon as somebody has the balls to come out and say something that's an unpopular opinion. I mean, J.K. Rowling is like a fucking $1 billion industry, one woman $1 billion industry, and she basically has a world full of people trying to destroy her for having a couple of very reasonable and not outrageous takes on the whole trans issue. And I mean, this is somebody who is like, their position in this world is about as solidified as it gets. And even her career has definitely been in jeopardy. And if she was not as successful as she is, oh man, they already would have had her out of it.
It would be no more Harry Potter books.
She is working on something now, isn't she?
Is something.
I mean, has she like released anything since that controversy? I think she was working on something.
I don't know.
Because it'll be really interesting to see how that controversy is reflected in the actual numbers.
Right.
The properties is too big, bro.
Yeah. Because I think a lot of the stuff, a lot of the controversies that we get sucked up into that, it's because we're all like very invested in this online social media world, but most people aren't. Like I feel like if you were to ask the average person on the street what they thought If you just asked them, what do you think J.K. Rowling thinks of trans people? They probably wouldn't know. They probably wouldn't
have no fucking clue. And they would be like, why the fuck would I care about what the chick who wrote Harry Potter thinks about some group that has nothing to do with her that she's tweeted about like 3 times? Because it's really like her, like, I think that the trans issue in particular is like the number one thing that if you were to just ask people on the street, if you were to get the average American's opinion about like, you know, trans girls competing against girls in biological females in sports and school and stuff, I feel you would get like a 90% disapproval from the average person. But when you're on Twitter, you would think that everybody on earth already has this issue figured out and that there's absolutely nothing wrong with a person who was a boy 6 months ago competing against girls. Is really like insane how Twitter just twists the fucking viewpoint of that. But it's really about who you follow too, because if you are on Facebook and you follow like Donald Trump Jr. and Dan Boingo, whatever the fuck his name is and shit, it's like if you were trapped inside that informational web, you would think that this issue was already decided and that Joe Biden's not really the president, et cetera. I'm in the unfortunate position of following people on both sides of it, so I get to really see both extremes.
That's how social media is in general. It's like it narrows your world down to whatever you decide to put in front of your face. You know,
and you can choose, and I think it's good for people to follow a wide variety of opinions, so you can sort of make up your own opinion about like who's right or if both sides are wrong or what. But I mean, very few people actually kind of take that on, I think. All right, we got anything else that we should talk about here? Oh, what I want to talk about is, did you guys hear Future's line on the 42 Doug song?
Fire.
That's like the line of the fucking summer. In my opinion.
We say, tell Steve Harvey I don't want to.
Magic City, I'm the owner. Tell Steve Harvey I don't want her.
Fire.
This is a reference to Future, just because Justin here might not be necessarily fluent in these affairs.
You know who Future is?
I know what Future is.
Future, for a period of time,
I don't know how they relate.
was dating Lori Harvey, who is an extremely popular socialite stepdaughter to Steve Harvey, and has dated a shitload of like really, really popular actors and everything like that. The funny, and then at some point they break up, and now she's married to Michael B. Jordan, who is an actor.
They're married?
I mean, are they engaged or are they married?
I didn't know that.
One or the other.
He said they better not be.
Either way, they're in there. Which to me is the funny part about this line, because to me, Future is kind of baiting Michael B. Jordan to drop some bars on him right now. And if you're Michael B. Jordan, like, doesn't he pretty much have like a pristine public record, like of never getting caught up in any kind of controversy ever?
Yes.
So I feel like
Never seen it.
This is an open opportunity for Michael B. Jordan to drop a tweet or an Instagram story post or whatever, dissing Future. It's pretty easy to diss Future in comparison, because all he's got to do is say you got a million fucking kids and you don't take care of them. You got all these lawsuits. Yeah. I don't agree with that.
What if he just drops
If he says that, it's going to be like, boom, ether.
But
or if he drops some super woke statement of like
a caption on Instagram,
you know, treating my woman like this. If he took like the super sensitive, you know, approach and was like, you know, you're talking about the love of my life and saying, you know, rah.
What if he drops a caption? What if he got the caption? And he's like, treating women like shit is in the past. Being respectful is the future. I don't fucking know.
Yeah, some super
Some
like
stupid
ass thing with
ass.
Future in it. Yeah, I
like
could see that
past
response.
and
To be
future,
honest,
you know.
I was about to say, what the fuck are you talking about? But yeah, I could kind of see that happening.
Thanks for hearing me out first.
You know, but if Michael B. Jordan comes for Future,
he has to.
It's really a question because
No, he doesn't.
all the women are going to take Michael B. Jordan's side, because Future is the king of toxicity. He's Mr.
Future got the streets,
kids, etc.
8 million.
But it's going to turn Michael B. Jordan into a fucking public enemy to all the real rap fans, to whom they don't respect women and they don't think Future can do anything wrong.
And bro, that's like Russell Wilson, bro. He's painted as the nicest guy in America. If he ever responded in a way that isn't how they portray him, it'd be fucked up. And so it's just like Michael B. Jordan is like, I don't expect him to say anything.
But there's a certain impetus put upon you when somebody mentions or acknowledges your wife and
I don't think it's his wife, but if somebody,
she's at least his fiance, bro.
Allegedly.
Google
that.
If your girl, Google that. If your girl dealt with somebody in the past,
Harvey.
you have to like take that. Like I've been with women who their exes that made songs about,
Oh, God.
and I don't feel like it's my thing to be jumping into something that I don't really know nothing about
If
at
you're
that
gonna
moment.
be in this life, in this lifestyle, and you're gonna date women that are around, you have to realize that your woman might be exes with fucking Future or with whoever.
Imagine if Future had said, "Tell Michael B. Jordan I don't want her." Number one,
Then that's different.
Saying
That's
Michael B. Jordan in a song sounds a lot more clumsy than saying Steve Harvey. It's just
Tell
like way
Michael
too many
B. Jordan
syllables.
See,
want
but now you're putting me directly
In
into this.
Tell
So
AD,
yeah,
Because Steve Harvey is kind of supposed to not really care that much about who his grown ass daughter is dating.
And it's
right?
not even his real daughter.
It's
it's
not
his
really
stepdaughter.
that good of a diss
It's
towards
his
Steve
stepdaughter.
Harvey, but it's funny to call Steve Harvey into question because Steve Harvey is, in a lot of people's eyes, I think, kind of a goofball. Even if you respect him, he's kind of like a goofy fucking
he's a
old
comedian,
man that people get jokes off on all the fucking
no,
time.
he's a fucking comedian. he's
right,
not looked at as a goofball.
He's a comedian is a goofball.
He's a goof.
Look at Josh with
Professional
a complete timeline, not just a yes or no.
Yeah, right.
a complete
Yeah, that is
timeline.
boyfriend and
Whatever, they're
girlfriend.
together.
A complete timeline.
Yeah, so
We
but
don't need to know a complete timeline.
From when they
We
met.
just want a yes or no.
Like their first date.
no, but
my
that's
fucking
the
God.
thing. If somebody directly puts you in some shit, because honestly, like if you go to your girls, like if your girl has an ex, it's like, okay, I don't know what the fuck you guys were doing together, what didn't happen. You know what I'm saying? Whatever the situation is, it's not my duty to sit there and to jump in that. But if you directly put me in it,
Yeah.
then now you're sitting there saying I don't have
Okay,
respect for
if
you.
I was controlling this simulation, this is how it would play out in my mind: is he drops the Michael B. Jordan responds, and then Future responds and says, "Hey, homie, this ain't Wakanda. You could really get fucked up."
oh my
Something like that.
God.
If he has like a Wakanda punchline in his get back response to Michael B. Jordan,
my God.
I will
your
laugh
homie?
so hard that my fucking stomach will rupture. That's all. I just want to throw that out there.
What if a female
Cash out.
Would
What
Future
if-
say, "Hey, homie"?
What if a female rapper that Adam used to date said, "Tell Parker and no."
I don't want him. Tell Len I don't want him.
Would you respond? Yes or
So
no?
let me ask you this then, right?
Right.
So if one of Lena exes said something about her, well,
Have you came across this problem ever?
have you ever came across that?
No, and I
And
know
would you feel entitled to like to respond to that in any
if
type
somebody
of way?
who had fucked her in the past,
They never tried to come like no nigga never tried to
They didn't say
something.
nothing
No.
about you. They was like, "Oh yeah, Lena was a bitch when we dealt with each other."
Or, like,
Or,
Like,
or,
you-
say something crazy like disrespectful about her. No, I will freak the fuck out.
Okay,
I
not-
don't know what I'll do, but
Okay.
yeah, I would be triggered.
Something
yeah.
along the lines of the Steve Harvey line. It was like, somebody tell whoever Lena's dad is, I don't want her. You feel like you would have to jump into that?
Well, I mean, being messy and like creating drama is kind of like my business.
Somebody
So
tell
yeah,
It's kind of a wasted opportunity if I don't respond. You know.
somebody tell
I think
Mr.
you
Plug.
would like get off of it. You'd be like, I got the what's it called, fucking diss or
I
something
mean,
like
at least
that.
I'm gonna think about it all week, and then we're gonna talk about it on here, and I'm gonna just like do the best job I can, disrespecting them or saying whatever.
Yeah.
But you have to choose the right fucking path because sometimes it does seem like a good idea to take the high road. But if somebody like really, the thing about it, tell Steve Harvey I don't want her
Is not the
that
most.
saying you don't want her is kind of like a generic thing to say. Like it doesn't really say like
It's not, like, too disrespectful.
If he said tell Steve Harvey she ain't shit,
Yeah.
Oh man, that's
Tell-
like so
if
much
he-
worse.
If he said like tell Steve Harvey, I said fuck that bitch or like,
Even
that
just
was-
calling her a bitch is a lot
Yeah.
worse than saying I don't want her. It's like fine, like
Look at Josh there.
we could assume you don't want her. Like that's one thing, you know.
yeah, if y'all not dating anymore, she got a whole new fiance allegedly.
Yeah.
And they're married. Adam knows something I don't know.
You want to know the thing? I'm
Adam
deep.
was
I'm
there.
tapped in. I know who's
Adam
getting
was
married.
there when he fucking proposed.
Gave
to
his
her.
vows.
But this is the thing about it that I think could propel this to the point that Michael B. Jordan will have to respond. That song's a hit, if you ask me. That song is
The whole
fire.
42 Doug album is actually
The
fire. I'm
album
gonna be
is
honest with
dope,
you.
but that song is hard. Like that song, I could really imagine that playing
That's such a good song.
for the rest of the fucking summer. And
Probably until next year.
Michael B. Jordan is going to be in the club if he goes to the club, or maybe at his wedding. He's going to hear that song.
It's a wedding.
Oh man.
You're going to hear that shit, and he's going to get more and more angry.
Bro, speaking of songs being played, I saw so many people that we all know at the fucking Drake Decade party in LA, and I'm like, how the fuck did this person get
saw
in?
Desto and Draco there. I'm like, what the fuck?
At the
Well,
stadium.
I mean, Draco has a song with Drake,
Right,
so that
like,
makes sense.
who did you see that like?
Just like
I knew
random
a gang of
girls,
people that was there.
Random girls, random homies.
how do we
Like,
not get invited to that kind
bro,
of thing?
how did we not get invited?
Is
to
it maybe
that?
the fact that
I
I
got
just never go
invited.
up here?
Doesn't Drake follow you?
Yeah.
Nigga, what the? We could have went.
Somehow there's never.
I was in Phoenix.
You know, Adam wouldn't have taken us if he got the invite anyway.
He wouldn't have win. He was the only way that he would have won. He probably would have sent Trevor or somebody to go vlog it.
Yeah.
There's no way he's gonna let me vlog it. I wouldn't even try that. I would have to if I had a +1. I mean, I feel like I'm gonna probably have to bring my girl.
Yeah.
But then also, I
you had a
definitely need
+4.
somebody to beat people up for
If
me
you had a
too,
+4,
so.
You
Who
gonna
would
bring
you
Big
take?
Ski?
If you had a +4, give us your +4 right now to the Drake party. Let's go.
Lena, Parker,
You can't
AD.
take Parker. You can't take Parker. We're so gay.
You gotta watch the vlog so you can see him basically initiate her into being a Crip. She's only 6 months old.
Oh my God.
It's pretty crazy. He's got her throwing up the C in the video and shit. I'm like, damn, Parker, you don't want this. This is
The
a lot
vlog came out today.
Yeah.
Yes.
You know what else came out today?
You out of the closet?
Yeah, fuck. Damn, you beat me to it.
The river beater.
the
Stretching my dick out.
The river stretcher.
Stretching my dick out was the time of my
Hey,
life.
Waking my way to the river.
I know that
stretching
you
my
like a
dick.
lot of documentaries and stuff. I got one for you. I'm watching right now.
What?
Netflix, Sons of Sam.
Oh, I did watch like half an episode. How you like that?
Shit is fucking crazy.
I remember the Son of Sam movie from back in the day, bro. And
I remember
Well, actually, I
stretching,
don't remember it
stretching
at all.
myself at the river back in the day.
yeah, stretched my dick out. Can we make merch out of that? Is there anything?
The river stretch.
I'm a grower, not a shower. I don't know. Something like the river stretch.
Like no, it got to be like
Down by the
it gotta be
bay.
like Camp Counselor merch, and then it's like
What?
it gotta be
You
Camp
have like the
Counselor
stretch
merch,
dick
and then
on the
it's-
shirt or
yeah.
something?
No, you got a shirt that says, I don't river dance. I stretch at the river.
I remember that when I was at Christian church camp when I was little.
You
that-
was stretching at the river.
You went to
then, too?
Christian church camp?
like 2 summers in a row. Yeah, my parents sent me.
I thought he said 2 summers ago.
2 summers in a row when I was like in 4th and 5th grade maybe, and there was a counselor who was such a fucking prick. Like he was like the version of like a social justice warrior, but like this is like 1994, and so I saw him and he was wearing a fucking wife beater. And this was like relatively early in people calling white tank tops wife beaters.
Yeah.
And I said to him, I go, nice wife beater. And he just
He's
goes,
like, what?
Adam, I don't have a wife, and if I did, I wouldn't beat her. And then I remember that fool told me that he got molested, and I remember thinking,
Oh, what was he?
oh, that's why you're such a fucking prick. He was
Oh,
probably
my
like
God.
in his 20s or some shit, but he was like a camp counselor. And then he just like decides to share with everybody that he got fucking molested. I swear it took so much self-control for me to not just be like,
How old were you?
Just
You
cracking.
said you were like 12?
Yeah, I'm like a little fucking kid.
Oh,
I'm like 10 or something. And even then I was thinking in my head, like, you fucking asshole. That's why you said the thing about the wife beater to me. You're sensitive because you were getting touched on in your pee-pee parts as a little kid. Now you got to squash my jokes before they happen.
I want my counselor to be like, Jesus Christ! You know what I'm
Yeah,
talking about?
that'd be fire.
What is that?
You ain't never seen the guy? Christ for you, Jesus Christ!
No.
The Mexican
Hispanic
dude
guy with all
that
the
was
tattoos?
cracking. Oh, we
You
gotta show him
tripping.
that.
You tripping.
Gangbanging.
You need to follow.
I love
Fool.
you, Lord. Jesus Christ.
You need to follow Fools Gone Wild.
I
And
think
turn
I
their
do.
post.
I think I do.
You better turn the post notifications on now.
I don't think I like have seen Food's Gone Wild on my timeline in a long time though. Maybe I need to check in and
Yeah, you need to get that algorithm back
go
popping.
smack a couple likes so it starts
What happened
feeding
to
me that shit again.
what happened to he was in the club, bottles up when I
First met you, dude.
Oh,
He
boy.
said something racist.
No, yeah,
He
yeah,
called
he
some
did.
girl a nigger. He's like, you stupid
did.
nigger.
What's his name? Boy the Truth?
Boy,
No.
West Coast.
Yeah, I'm about to say Chanel.
He was-
Right. I interviewed him and it was kind of whack because it was like a month or two after his like initial viral wave when it would have been like you know that kind of thing when it's first hitting if you can get the interview
You should
super
interview
valuable.
Adrian
at the
Who?
club.
from Adrian's Kickback.
Oh, that is a good idea.
Is Adrian a person?
Yes.
He's not famous or nothing, right?
Interviewing a 17-year-old TikTok famous kid always
He
sounds
didn't-
like a great time.
He wasn't TikTok famous before. They just like hijacked his party and just like made it into a thing.
I seen Kyle make like a whole little skit about the shit.
Kyle.
Yeah, the rapper Kyle.
I feel like
Super duper Kyle?
Yeah.
Shout out to him.
Like, on my way to Adrian's
absolutely-
kickback.
There's no
Bro.
way that a guy as old as me should be going to like a party that a 17-year-old is throwing.
I was telling
Right.
my homies that are like 24 or 25, they're like, yeah, we on the way to Adrian's. I'm like, nigga, go
24,
home.
25, you can
Yeah.
still get away with it. I think
Not
when
a
you-
17-year-old
Still
party.
kinda weird.
Yeah,
No.
but a party that
That's
big-
giving me veto vibes.
No,
No.
but we know a shitload of people who went to that party and shit, and we're talking about it. You just said that you would have gone to it if you weren't fucking in Phoenix.
Yeah. I just thought about
saying,
that.
when you're
I didn't
like-
know he was 17, though.
Okay, but if you're like 24, 25, you could still be at a party with like 18, 19-year-olds there, and it's not that weird. But as soon as you start to be in your 30s, all of a sudden those
I'm
parties
27.
seem really
I'm like,
weird.
I can't go to
You're
a
only
party.
27.
was at the
Yeah.
So
club.
you could get away with a lot more shit than me. I didn't realize we had 10 years.
Damn, really? I
thought you were like 30.
I thought you were like 33 this whole time.
I'm 37.
Damn, really?
be dead
I
soon.
feel like you be
Oh
lying.
my
I feel like
God.
you used to lie about it at first. That's why.
I've never lied about my age.
Maybe I just never really asked you. I don't know. Maybe I never gave a fuck.
It's an
Sorry.
uncomfortable conversation. Damn, so you're like 20, 21 when I met you.
Yeah, I keep telling you.
In the
dude.
club
Y'all
when I
known each
first
other
met
that
you.
long?
Yes, nigga, like 6-7 years. The first No Jumper I was ever on was in 2015.
The Boy West Coast thing that was really lit though was that
Yeah,
at one
wait,
point
wait,
he
wait.
was basically putting a hit out on Food's Gone Wild. Like he was like
Yeah, he was
saying
like-
that
but
he was
even
going to
though-
get
He got a
them
mustache
sprayed
like
up and
Justin.
shit.
Even though,
Oh, yeah?
even
Get
though
the curly
Fool's Gone
shit.
Wild, even though Fool's Gone Wild was a huge part to why people even knew who he was.
Oh yeah.
But let me
But
say
they were
this:
clowning him and shit too. I think.
I just thought about it now. All the problems that I have is because of Adam. I met Adam at a young prepubescent age, and he molded me into this character that I became.
I groomed you. No, you were already legal by the time I met you. And like when you really think about it, what would you be doing right now if I
Nothing.
didn't introduce
Nothing.
some sort of positive
Honestly,
influence
nothing.
into your
Not
life?
no fucking shoes, I'll tell you that.
That's
Yeah,
a
you'd
fact,
be a
Michael.
fentanyl casualty for
You would-
sure if I didn't get
you
involved.
would
If
definitely-
anything, my influence has kept you away from the fent packs at least a
hey,
little bit.
You would be.
we
You'd
probably
be,
done some accidental fan on.
you'd be at
accident.
the horse doctor. They would, your DNA would change into horse.
Blasey sent me a picture of a kid today wearing a shirt that said like, "Sorry, I was in a K-hole." Like, "Sorry, I missed you, but I was in a K-hole," and just said,
That's kinda fire.
Housephone.
That's kinda
And I
fire.
said, "Yes."
Okay, we might as well just make. Okay, we
need to
got to
make
do the
ketamine merch.
No Jumper, Desto Dub, Housephone. That's an awful lot of ketamine collab.
That sounds great.
What if we just do a ketamine episode and we just all fucking shoot each other with blow darts full of animal tranquilizers?
Oh no.
You not down?
What happened to the lean episode with Desto Dub?
You tell me.
I feel like that would be a great.
Just too
idea.
expensive. No,
We was at the club.
I bought a tray off fucking
Really?
Redacted the other day.
Oh, for redacted.
Yeah.
I
I gotta pee again. Talk to Justin. He's like lost because you guys are
Yeah.
talking about your fentanyl addiction. And
He doesn't
I
know who
got-
Michael B. Jordan is.
I know Michael B. Jordan is. I just got mad lost because I'm like, damn, like the only I don't got shit to say
I
about
saw
any of these
a
fucking
fake
topics.
Michael Jordan meme, like a fake Michael Jordan quote, like a picture of him, and it said like, "Who the hell is Michael B. Jordan?" That's my name with a B in the middle.
yo, what?
I was like, that's exactly what I've been thinking since I found out about this guy.
I mean, that's probably exactly what actual Michael Jordan would
was
be
at
thinking,
the
man.
club.
I think mad people when Michael B. Jordan came out thought he was Michael Jordan's son or some shit like that.
Honestly.
I remember people saying that.
Speaking of Michael Jordan's son, he fucking owns like a shoe store or something in Chicago, and then they put out like a specific Jordan 1 that was like for the store. And it was like a huge scandal in the sneaker company, sneaker world, because like hella people were getting the pairs early, and there was a hella pairs that were missing. So it's like, did Michael Jordan's son basically just like finesse and do a whole bunch of backdoor behind the scenes shit? But it's like, nigga, you're Michael Jordan's son. You don't need to do that. Like, you know?
Did anyone
I
find
would
out
do
if
it.
he did it or not?
No, I mean, it was like, it was just like one of the biggest leaks in like recent sneaker drops. Like, so many people had early access to them, and it was just like, it was just very weird. It was like, so many pairs were missing. We actually got a Nike correspondent over here in the corner. He might
You from
know
Nike, nigga?
He might know a little bit about that. Previously.
Oh, I'm about to say, hook me up. Never mind.
He said they let all, but hey, I'm gonna be honest with you, man. He came through when I needed him. Like, I didn't really like, you know, like having a homie that has a connect or something like that. You don't really want to be bugging them all the time about shit like that.
No,
So
I do. My Best Buy Connect.
No. I the one time I really asked him, like, bro, let me get these shoes. He came through. He came through and got me. He said he want those.
The Dunks?
Yeah, y'all want to trade? What are those? What size?
Oh shit.
Nigga, you want to fight or something? He said,
finna
you look
rob
like
me,
my
yeah.
size.
What are those? What are those?
These are Dunks. These just came out not too long ago.
Is it a collab with anybody?
Nah, I paid like $350 for them or something.
Sheesh, you know.
sick.
I paid like $5 for these.
That's cool.
You know.
I got some Bapes that I paid for
Oh, wow.
because I can't get no high rollers.
What nigga?
I just bought some Bape Adidas since I can't buy
Which
any high
ones?
rollers. The camel ones,
Whoa, where'd you find them at?
StockX,
Damn, how much though?
$245.
That's not that bad. That's a shoe you should get and hold on to because they're definitely gonna go up in value later.
I'm
for
not
sure.
kidding them to flip them.
No, I know, but I'm saying like people are gonna do I mean, but my boy got the nice Jordan 1s on.
Let me see.
Yeah.
I didn't even know he was on that.
Yeah, I got
Oh,
the
yeah.
PSG ones.
The
I
PSG?
fucking puked on them the fucking first day I wore them out.
Why?
Because all right, so I'm in my fucking Uber. I drank a little too much that night, and I could feel it coming. And just as I opened the fucking door, knowing that I got these on me, I just open the door and do like that burp where the puke just fucking flies out.
Yeah.
I did one of those, and I tried to angle it away from my fucking shoes, but I guess I got the splatter. But it's not so bad. They still look good.
They still look good.
Yeah.
Yeah. All you need is some Jason Mark, and you good, man. It's the best shoe cleaner I ever used in my life.
I just got the Hypers
I need a Jason Mark sponsorship. I shout them out so much, man. Shout out to
Yeah.
Jason Mark.
I just got the Hypers, the ones for a good price.
But you didn't get the high rollers when I sent you the link.
Guess what? They don't have high rollers. They've been sold out.
I sent you the link.
Obviously, you don't make size 12s.
I do.
Then you told me you were gonna you told me to send me my logo, and you were gonna make me some custom ones.
I am. Nigga, it takes a while. You think I can do it in a day?
Yes.
Rome wasn't built in a
Rome was
day.
built in an hour.
Rome was not built in a day. Hey, is my friend out there or she left?
I can't believe that nobody forced somebody else to sweep up the fucking hair that's on the ground.
Is my friend there or she left?
Yeah, your bitch is gone. Yeah,
She left, bro?
Damn.
yeah, she left with Phil.
Shut the fuck up.
Just kidding. I didn't see her though.
No, all right. Well, go ahead.
Damn.
My phone died anyway.
Damn, that's what sucks about. You think getting podcast is gonna get you clout, get you pussy? In reality, you got to sit in this chair for 2 hours. She's out.
Yeah.
She's gonna hang out with fucking 24K Golden.
She might be on the way there, honestly.
Just an idea.
It's all right. Fuck it.
He was at the party,
At what party?
Aiden's party.
At Adrian's Kickback.
Adrian's.
I'm about to say, who the fuck is Aiden?
Aiden Ross.
Did you even go to
Aiden Ross
Aiden's
is like gay
podcast?
Me. Oh,
You
his
supposed to bring
house?
Parker, right?
I'm supposed to pull up with Parker at some point.
Oh, I thought you were supposed to do that this week.
If you're an Aiden Ross fan, drop comments below and tell me you want Parker and to be the first ever baby on the Aiden Ross stream.
You only bring me on podcasts with women involved.
Yeah,
Feel used.
trying to get you laid. I bring around all these
Not
white
telling
women,
them the fake teeth.
and then you don't have sex with them like a fucking asshole.
Well, now I will.
What's going on with Becca?
I got to holler in the DMs.
You're single now.
What happened? Why you putting my man's on blast?
Let's take a
so
leak.
He
Yeah.
just told us.
No, put me on offer up. Let's go.
Put me
Oh
on
yeah,
offer
yeah,
up.
yeah. I'm gonna throw
Well, not you, not
I'm
you.
gonna put you on
Housephone,
Backpage,
do it.
really.
I got
You
you.
should go back to selling dick now.
Nah, I
That's
don't need them. I don't need that money.
So
anymore.
your DMs are open and you are available for all kinds of stuff, huh?
I think I'm gonna take time to myself though.
Oh, that's hot. Focus on your career.
My mom said you just need time to yourself.
I agree.
I feel
So
the
I
same
listen
way.
to my mom.
But you need another baby mama. We gotta find one.
Yeah, it's not hard.
It's not.
Nah.
How long? If you found a girl you really liked right now, how long would you wait to make her baby mama number 3?
Honestly, now, a couple of years for sure.
I hope your girl doesn't hate me.
Oh, well,
She
who
probably
cares?
does, huh?
Who cares?
Because in her mind, I got to be part of the reason why you guys broke up, right?
No,
You got a podcast and you changed.
nah. I was already lit when she met me.
Lit.
Mm-hmm.
Like a bick.
Lit like a bitch.
All these bitches on your dick.
I mean, I came to know Jumper. I had a nice ass car already,
That's a fact.
and money and jewelry, and you know.
But it was getting repoed every other day.
No, it never got repo.
Yo, relax.
You had a bounty hunter after you and shit when you first came here.
I don't know though. I just feel like as time goes by and the more that you elevate, like you said, I would love to meet a woman that I can sit there and do business with and I can create stuff with and you know what I'm saying, build things around that because other than that now it's just like I don't want to just have to deal with somebody just to be dealing with somebody. Shit's weak.
You need a sex worker.
No, I don't want
am
to
a
fuck a
sex
sex
worker.
worker.
Tiana Trump. Do you have a list of girls to fuck? Like if you're in a relationship, do you keep a list of girls you want to fuck once you're single again? No, I guess you just do it while you're in the relationship.
Bro, you know that's the hardest thing when you're in a relationship, bro, and you know
fucking other people?
you can like knock certain things down. You just like, I gotta turn that down. I gotta turn that down. I gotta turn that down. Yeah.
Yeah, so rarely is there a girl that I know wants to have sex with me that I would even think about like wanting to have sex with. Usually it's like The girls that I know want to fuck me are like weird ass fangirls that I wouldn't want to
Yeah.
fuck even if I wasn't in a relationship.
Yeah.
See,
That's
but
where
if
I'm
you
at.
like,
That's
if you,
that's the part that make it easy to just be like, yeah.
Yeah.
if you really hit the scene, you're gonna see like all type of fucking flavors every fucking day. So it's not hard. But just like like I said earlier, it's like you're not gonna find a good wholesome woman in the fucking clubs like that per se.
Why you say that though? It could be she could
No,
be out
I'm-
for her birthday.
I'm just saying, if you're going to look for that, to go look for
Yeah, I mean,
that,
you shouldn't go
then you
looking-
shouldn't go looking for that.
You shouldn't go looking
in
for that
places where
anywhere.
people are just turned to.
So you
fuck
saying hoes don't go to the grocery store?
up. Get a girl, go grocery store.
But
So what are you saying?
who?
I'm saying don't go looking.
Where do you go if you want to find a good girl?
You
In your
can't go
opinion.
anywhere. It gotta just happen.
That's
true.
never gonna work. You got to go somewhere.
Yeah,
Either you got to
Where?
go out or you got to go on a dating app.
damn, I've never been on a dating app.
Get Raya.
That's what I'm saying,
Get
me either.
Raya.
My homie told me about Ryan.
Bro,
I have heard
we're
that
at the
it
point
sounds
where
amazing.
Like the high class.
I heard
fucking
you get to
good.
pick a song and it plays the song when people go to your profile.
Bro, we're at the point where like nigga, Instagram is your dating app.
It is though.
Yeah, but Raya is for the thirstier people.
Yeah.
No, but
Thirstier?
Tinder is for thirstier people.
Yeah.
Raya is for high-end people that still want to flirt with the idea of getting some ass on the internet.
I had a lot of people in those fucking Riot controversies came up, like the Matthew Perry one.
Yes.
Where like there was like some young ass chick that matched with Matthew Perry, and then she does like a Skype call with him or some shit and starts talking shit about how creepy he is for matching with the girl her age, which was like
That pissed
what was
me
she-
off.
What was she like 19?
She was like 19, 20. She's talking to fucking Matthew, what's his name?
Matthew Perry, the dude from Friends.
Right. She's talking to him on a dating app, and then somehow she ends up calling him out because he was talking on a dating app. It's like, bitch, you're on the goddamn dating app. Why are you here if you're gonna play the fucking victim and act like I was a creep just for talking to you?
Like she wouldn't have been able to match with them had she not made her settings that she's not seeing guys that age.
Right.
So clearly she was like, oh, I want to talk to this man. I
cloud
want to
is a
swipe
drug,
right on
man.
him.
These girls are deranged. The cloud is fucking ruining them.
But then I had people come and say that like, oh, I think this is just a viral marketing campaign for Raya, which doesn't make sense because their whole fucking thing is how you can't get on it unless you're a fucking celebrity.
Yeah, I mean that always occurs to everybody. I think like when you
Yeah.
like hear like, oh, somebody found a nail, somebody found a heroin needle in their burger at Burger King. Like, oh, this is
hell
viral
no.
marketing for Burger King.
They'll
I think
have-
it's more likely that it's just something that actually happened that involves a brand.
Remember the guy? He said he found a hand in his chili or something.
I think
a
Levy
finger,
Webster
maybe?
had a
Finger,
video
yeah.
about that.
Shout out to him, man. We gotta bring him on.
Yeah, that'd be sick. He's
Hey.
out in Tennessee, I think.
Hey, didn't you do an intro for Internet Ajay?
Oh, Internet of J, yeah.
I fucking
It's
love
Ajay, not
Dude.
AJ.
Yeah, it's a
Ajay.
J.
A
Dude,
J?
I'm so fucking happy for that kid because
He's the
Internet
honest-
Ajay is like he's been a fan of like this type of content
Yeah.
for so fucking long. I would always
Dude.
see him in the comments
Oh,
and the
really?
replies, and now his channel is blowing the fuck up.
He's fucking going crazy,
Yeah.
man. Honestly, I'll go home, tuck myself in at night, you know, wrap under the covers, and just put on the Internet Ajay video as I fall asleep.
And just learn
Dude,
about
like,
learn about
Ice
Team Star
Poseidon.
saying the N word 15 years ago
Yo,
or something.
I
yeah.
actually did learn about that after.
But you know, you guys are in like a sort of same category, and I know that you probably have some sort of like conflicted relationship with it, where it's like you guys are both now famous for talking about shit that don't have anything to do with you. You know, like, and sometimes that has to
yeah.
feel kind of weird, right? Because it's like, do they care about me? Or do they care about
the way
this
you
weird
break it
porn
down.
thing I'm talking about?
I realized that because this is something that has crossed my mind before, but there's kind of levels to it. Like different people are coming you for different things. Like
yeah.
there's definitely some people. I get a lot of viewers who I think aren't even subscribed to YouTube. They just like they wanted to
Damn.
see a video on this topic.
Oh, yeah.
But then you see the difference if I do like a live stream. Like the live streams I do, it obviously won't be as many views as my regular videos. But the people who come to the live streams, those are the people who are kind of like interested in me as a person or just want to see me do other types of shit. Same thing with the people who like will listen to my band.
Right.
Like,
I was
'cause, like,
thinking about that. I'm like, I wonder
Yeah.
how much attention
Crossover.
your music gets from the YouTube audience.
Yeah, like what I usually do is on my end screens, you know how like you have like 4 videos on the end screen. What I'll do is I'll use one of my band's songs as like the end screen theme, then be like, oh, now playing, and it's a link to click through to the band's music.
Nice.
And a certain amount of people will click through when I post a new video every time. So there are some people who like jump into all the other things you're doing, but
Yeah.
it's there's a bunch of different people who will follow you for different
I
reasons.
wonder what we're gonna learn about internet Ajay. Like once he starts to share more of his personal life.
What if he does
I
like
don't-
the rise and rise of himself?
I think that's what. Yeah, I think he just hit 100K, and I think that's what his special is going to be.
That's kind of
I
funny.
think that's what he's doing.
That's funny that I just freestyled that because I
Yeah.
did not know that.
I think I might be pulling this out of my fucking ass, but I think he said that.
That's what Keemstar said. He said, I was mad at you because you did the rise and fall of Keemstar. I rose and then I continued to rise.
Yeah.
Damn.
Yeah. Keemstar
But he-
has not been happy with him this week.
I mean, rise and fall, like with
like
his
fall from
channel,
grace.
to me, it's kind of like I could just tell that he's going to call it a rise and fall no matter what. Even
Yeah.
if, even
Yeah,
if your
it's 'cause
career
it's
is
the name of the
totally fine.
series.
Like, Keemstar still gets a fuckload of views. He's still making a shitload of
I think
money.
he means,
he
like,
couldn't
the
have
fall-
fell that much. Even though
Fall of like public perception.
you know, because there's a degree to which like all his controversies has kind of caused him to like lose sponsors and shit. So you could say that that's a fall, but it's like when you can make so much money independently, it's
Yeah.
like, is it really
Yeah.
a fall? You know?
Yeah, like he definitely hasn't fallen by any like numbers metric that
Yeah.
like matters in a real way.
But he's not going to be able to do like a Chrissy Teigen collab. So I guess he fell in that sense.
There is
Many of us would probably not pass that test. But do you think she's canceled now?
who?
Chrissy Teigen?
Chrissy Teigen?
Because she told like a
I
girl
don't
to kill
like-
herself 10 years ago and then fucking Target dropped her,
Oh,
her
yeah.
cookware line.
They did?
Fucking
Yeah.
like I'm not a big cancel culture guy, but I always found her Twitter to be completely fucking insufferable. Like I don't want to see her canceled, but I'm glad that I'm not seeing her fucking tweets on my
I'm
feed.
kind of like down to see her get canceled, even though I don't think that the thing that she did was serious enough for anyone in their right mind to actually want to cancel her. It's like, you know, 10 plus years ago on the internet, you told somebody to kill themselves. Who the fuck cares? It's not like the internet was so
I mean, but being
different
a
back
grown-ass
then.
woman, she was like 27 or something, and this girl was like 15.
Yeah, but when
like,
you
that's
when you
lame as
point
fuck.
out other tweets people write,
Yeah.
and then it comes back to you, then it's just like,
Yeah.
Yeah, that is the whole thing with her is that it's just she's hella hypocritical because she
Yeah,
came
that's-
down on
Yeah,
everybody.
because
in a
she's like one of the
monologue.
ones who would be, if it was someone else who did that,
Yeah.
she would be leading the charge
Of
against
course,
them,
you
which
love
makes it.
You love to see the cancelers get canceled,
Yeah.
of course, because they were the ones out here putting themselves out there like that in the first place. It's just fun to see them get taken down.
just
But
get
Her
their own
type
get
of
a taste of their own
humor,
medicine.
her type of humor, like too, is like cancelable humor.
what do you mean?
Like the type of shit that Chrissy Teigen be saying. Like she's like her Twitter is ridiculous. She be saying she's been known for her Twitter besides being known for as John Legend's wife. That's
She's
all.
spicy on Twitter, but
Yeah.
she's not like controversial. She's not like saying stuff that would like get anybody canceled. But you know, clearly she felt like, well, I don't know how well known she was at the time, but who gives a fuck? It was a
Yeah.
long ass time ago. She told somebody to kill herself. It's not like she fucking handed
really
him a
look
gun
into
and
it?
said, "Kill
Did
yourself."
you really look into it though? Like she was like really like tweeting this bitch all the time. Like she was like
Oh,
really
yeah.
like it wasn't
Like,
just
she
like
was,
one
like,
tweet.
harassing her,
Yeah, it
like,
wasn't
that
like
kinda
one
shit.
tweet, bro. It
Yeah.
was like I watched the video about it and I was like, damn, I didn't know she was doing.
But
all
even
this.
if she was a bad person 11 years ago and she's apparently not
I'm
a bad person now,
27.
who the fuck cares?
Nigga, I'm 27 now. If I was online bullying some fucking 16-year-old telling them to kill themselves, that's fucking weird as fuck.
I don't even think it would hit the fucking the register in hip hop.
Yeah,
Motherfucker, it's
we not
so
in-
much harder to offend somebody in hip hop than in normal person world.
I'm saying just
Like if you did that, they'd just be like, "Yo, that's mad funny."
People kill people in hip hop like routinely, and it just gets like
We're
whatever.
talking about
They
it
just
move
makes
on.
songs. It makes songs about it.
Yeah, and makes well, yeah, but I mean, there's all kinds of people who are
Dun-dun-dun-dun-dun-dun.
huge rap stars with bodies. Like even the Baby is a super
Let's go.
commercial mainstream rapper, and nobody gives a fuck about this body he cut. Could you imagine if Chrissy Teigen cut a body for any reason?
some niggas try to run up in
I
their
don't know,
crib.
man.
They try to run up on the Baby. They got
I would
that
feel
blam.
like, I feel like if Chrissy Teigen killed somebody for real, I would like her more.
Me too, because at least
then it
then
would
we
be like,
know
all
she's
right,
been through
there's,
some
like-
real shit.
Yeah, there's more depth to her character all of a sudden.
Yeah, because it just feels like she ain't been through shit. Like if we found out that John Legend was beating her, at least it would be like, well, at least now we got something to feel bad for you about.
He seems too nice to beat anybody.
I know.
Yeah,
And that's
no
what
way.
sucks is that you just know if you got a husband who's not gonna beat her.
Wow.
That sucks. It's obviously great that they don't have that kind of relationship, but
We're just ordinary people.
You're a psychopath, Adam.
why did you say where? It's clearly just me. Anything else that we should touch on here? This has been a long one.
I did 2 of these today.
Housephone's been on his phone for 3 hours.
No, I have not. I just touched it like because I'm high as fuck. I'm sorry. And apparently I did something. I don't know what I did, but
To who? Oh, it's a booty girl?
She probably heard you talking about that ass.
What did she? What did
Hey, listen.
we celebrated her.
I don't know. I'm high as shit though.
Please let me know what she was offended by. I'd love to know.
I don't know.
Oh wait, she was actually offended by something?
No, I know.
She left.
I'm leaving. Bye. I'll see you later. Stop doing this.
What? You said it.
I didn't think you were gonna do a deep dive.
Oh, we got a deep dive. I'm Internet Ajay. I'm
Hello,
Internet.
I'm Adam 22 here.
Internet Adam.
Oh my fucking god. A damn killer.
You seen people put that
This
AD
has been No
plus
Jumper.
AM?
Like, comment, and subscribe.
I'm
Follow me on Instagram at Lil Housephone.
Follow me on Instagram at it's ADIITSAD.
It's sad.
Follow me on
I
Instagram
said-
at Justin Wang YT.
Justin Wang White T.
Justin Wang YT. I couldn't get Justin Wang. It's like some like little boy who plays piano or some
And
shit.
Adam22.
Don't follow me.
Follow Harmonious Yuri.
Hey, make
10
sure
Talks, baby.
Make sure to go watch the most recent episode of 10 Talks. Housephone is the most requested guest to come back.
No, he is not.
Also-
Go watch my fucking movie reviews.
Also,
We'll keep 'em going.
Yuri informed me the other day that he's made upwards of $400 from his interview with me on YouTube. So
yeah.
I would just like to announce that we will not be paying him this week.
Or this month, the rest of the year. Yuri also informed me he was wearing fake Huff weed socks from the liquor store.
Those are fake. They're from the liquor store.
Yuri is also my prop guy for my movies reviews now.
Keith is rolling around in his grave off of you doing that, you piece of shit. Anyway.
That's
Yeah,
it.
you suck, Yuri.